This is Girard Sports Live.
19-18, Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here with 2:12 to play first quarter. Crane, three, good, there it is. That puts her over 1,000 points. What a moment.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance Jenny Collins Agency, Bender on 7, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Call Service, Chicken Annie's Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, G&W Foods, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Kim Kravitz Photo, Larid Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drugstore, McClelland Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, The Producers Co-op Agronomy Center, Farmers Insurance Leah Smith Agency, GN Bank, The Market 120, and The Producers Co-op Farm Store.
Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Altamont, Kansas, Labette County High School. The side of this boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight on Girard Sports Live. We are courtside. Interesting angle of things here this evening. And we will see how things go here in Altamont. The Lady Trojans, Lady Grizzlies are going to get things started off. Of course, got a boys game coming up in just a little bit as well. But we've got a couple of good ones. I think this girls game should be pretty compelling. As new KBCA rankings came out this week, Lady Trojans are going to come in as the number 8 team in Class 3A. That's fine. The boys or the Lady Grizzlies are going to come in as the number 5 ranked team in Class 4A, and so a couple of ranked teams here today, and it should make for some good basketball. It'll probably be the best test of the season so far for the Lady Trojans, who are coming off a good win, excuse me, or a win, I should say, the other night against Galena, a team that I think they matched up with fairly well, and just kind of a slow slugfest of a game, just kind of slogged their way through it. And Lady Trojans were victorious, got that win against Galena 50-42, led in the victory with 10 points by Jada Valley, 10 points from Kaylin Flaherty. Lady Trojans led throughout almost all the game, just a short bit in the first quarter, but led by 11 at halftime, or led by 9 at halftime, rather. They led by as many as 13 in the fourth quarter, but then had to hold on for a victory late to get the win as the Galena Lady Bulldogs pulled it close within 8 late and even got it down to within 7 at one point, but the Lady Trojans held on to win that one by 8, 50-42 to move to 3-0 on the season, and they'll face a really tough Labette County team. Bring you in here, Dale, and you know, coming into this season, Lady Trojans, obviously, Sydney Crane accounted for 50% of their scoring, I think over 50% of their overall scoring, and so you don't really know what you have. To be 3-0 right now, right before Christmas break, if they can go into Christmas break at 4-0, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised on the way we came out of the season, sharing the ball well, more than 8 people scoring each night, and we're sharing the ball, making that extra pass down to either Flaherty or Bailey down low to get some extra points. Great job by the girls seeing the court.
Yeah, 9 girls scored the other night. As I mentioned, the 10 from Jada Valley and 10 from Kaylin Flaherty. Those points from Kaylin Flaherty came in the fourth quarter as well when they need them the most. Lady Trojans also hit 10 of 13 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, and so that's a big thing for a young team to make their free throws late in a game like that. Their opponent tonight, the Labette County Lady Grizzlies, are 5-1. They're 2-0 in SEK play, and they're coming off a kind of a trudgery of a game as well as they win 39-29 over Fort Scott on Friday. Looking to the quotes from Coach Christy Snyder, not their best ball game, but they got through it, got a 10-point victory in a low-scoring affair. I expect to see a low-scoring affair in this ball game. And the Lady Grizzlies were led by Haley Bevins. Bevins had 12 points. Peyton Smith and Anna Dean each had 8 points, even though they did struggle to make some shots. Before that, they're coming off a win over the Wichita Collegiate team in the T-Bird Classic. They're at Towanda Circle. They beat them 54-24 in that game and had 11 girls score in that one. So it'll test, though, play-by-play skills to get names in and out because Lady Trojans are going to go 7, 8, 9 deep. Lady Grizzlies, in that game, they played 11. So we will see how that matches up here tonight. Lady Trojans, Lady Grizzlies are going to get going on. It's 5-1 Grizzlies and 3-0 Trojans. They've also played a lot more game out of the Grizzlies. How does that play into factor as well? We've got a boys game as well. We'll talk more about that when we return here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is always presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Croccan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. We'll talk more about that boys game. Get you ready for this girls game when we return on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Croccan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Croccan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
A few minutes away from tip-off, as you see here on that score clock right above us. Great venue here. You see those high arcing wood ceilings, and it's a beautiful venue here. I love this place. A great place to broadcast from typically, and the Trojans are going to have mixed experiences here inside this building. I mentioned you have a boys game coming up again a little bit. The Trojan men KFBCA rankings came out today. Trojans #1 team in Class 3A is what they're ranked right now, and so they got to back it up here against a Labette County Grizzly team that's struggling a little bit. Grizzlies are coming off a 37-59 loss to Fort Scott on Friday. They were led in that loss by Ethan Jamison with 11 points, but the Grizzlies 1-5, 0-2. They played a pretty good schedule. They played in that T-Bird Classic. Wichita Collegiate was there, Parsons was there, so they played some pretty good competition. So the Trojans, again, likewise, like the girls, if they can go in and be 4-0 going into the break, they should be feeling pretty good about it. Of course, Caleb Muya, the leader there, 24.3 points per ball game for Caleb. And they had a game the other night where he did not score all that many points for them in the game. He only had 12 for the contest. At one point, at halftime, he only had 4, and they led by 17. And so that makes you feel pretty good about it. I think the Trojans relaxed a little bit in the second half and let Galena kind of make it interesting down the stretch. But the Trojans had full control in that game as the Trojans came off that win 53-39 to move to 1-0 in CNC play. It's a non-conference matchup between these two teams. It seems like we always play Labette County, and I think that's a good thing for them, especially now in the round robin the Trojans have in the CNC. You've got to pick as good a games as you can in non-conference, and playing the number 3 team in Class 4A in game number 1, and now playing Labette County for the girls, for sure a top-ranked team in Class 4A. It should help them a lot. We'll take one more time out. We'll come back and get your starting lineups and more when we return on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays, 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
A yellow flag on your team is bad, but a yellow tag on your favorite new flooring or furniture, now that's awesome. Get to Derail Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. Renew the look of your home with steep discounts on all in-stock carpet, vinyl, hardwood, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile flooring. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. Kick off your fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at Derail Commodity, with locations in Joplin, Butler, and Fayette, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Lady Trojans getting warmed up here before their game to take on the Labette County Lady Grizzlies. Again, I think this will be the best test they've had all year. The size, you look at this team for Altamont, Labette County, is pretty daunting. We'll talk about that as we look at your starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style with nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Style is Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, and Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. I know you were just there, Dale, but maybe get one tightened up right before the holidays, right before Christmas time, maybe go in. And
I had to take Gabe in to get the mullet trimmed up a little bit. So, yeah, he is looking good.
They're responsible for maintaining that?
They do.
Okay.
They do.
That's very good. Kudos to you, ladies, for being willing to do that. Hey, let's take a look at our shot of the game. Shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz's photo. It's a shot from that Parsons game. We talked about that the other day. That's a shot from Caleb Muya playing above the rim. That's going to be crucial for him tonight if he can do that and get those rebounds as well in transition. All those guys around him, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys around him, and he's able to get up there and get that rebound and the putback. That's your photo and shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz's Photo, a boutique photography studio specialized in high school senior pictures, sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com or call 620-704-7474. I got distracted by the haircut talk and forgot to talk about our starting lineups, even though hair, I'm so envious of it, I get confused. For the Lady Trojans, it'll be number 2, JoJo Ferguson, 5'7" senior, averaged 2.5 points a game. Number 4, Jada Valley, a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 13 points per ball game. Had 10 points the other night. Number 14, Gabby Sands, 5'6" senior, averaging 3 points a game, but her defense is just tremendous. It'll be crucial tonight for her. Number 21, Brittany Bailey, a 6' junior, averaging 7.5 points per ball game. And number 32, Kaylin Flaherty, 5'9" senior, averaging 4 points a game. And Kaylin gets extra props today because she delivered boxes of candy for both of us, you and I, to sweeten it a little bit.
I didn't see yours. You already ate it?
I hid mine.
Just in case you didn't bring me one, huh?
No, yeah, just in case she didn't give you one. I didn't want you to feel bad, so I hid it, and I didn't want to have to share either. So,
big
good
thank
kids.
you.
Good
Big
kids,
thank you.
for sure. Hey, for the Lady Grizzlies, again, 5-1, 2-0 in SEK. They'll be at Peyton Smith at 5'9", a freshman. They'll start 2 freshmen in this game. Number 14, Michaela Forbes, 5'7", and a junior. And then it starts to get kind of tall and long, and it's going to be a challenge for Lady Trojans. Number 22, Haley Bevins. Bevins, a 6-foot senior. Number 30, Justice Brackney, a 5'11" senior. And then number 33, Anna Dean, a 6-foot freshman for the Lady Grizzlies. Every year we come down here, you got to battle height with Labette County, and that will be the same here this evening. The Lady Grizzlies coached by Christy Snyder. The Trojans coached by Brad Herlucker. We'll take our final timeout, come back and get you going as tip-off right around the corner on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here we go from floor level. Have your head on a swivel there, Dale.
Yeah, I'll save the camera, right?
It's not as bad as softball when you're watching one come right over the backstop. But the opening tip-off is brought to you by our good friends at Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. And get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Get ready to switch spots, too, because my voice is cracked twice. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Uh-oh.
Mama Harris was sick when I walked out of the house, so hopefully that's not sliding its way downhill. Here we go. Opening tip going to be won by Lady Grizzlies as they move from left to right. Get a good shot of Coach Herlocker most of this game down inside. Good fight for it by JoJo. She'll go on the ground and kick it out. Trojans going the other way. Get a stop on the first possession of the game up the floor. Jada trying to drive it. Stop, gets inside all those trees and gathered up by Labette County. Here they go the other direction. Again, that lake down inside. Trojans, they're not real big. They're long and lean. And that time, Dean can't handle. Also, a couple of youngsters on the floor, too, so Trojans need to take advantage of that. Jada Valley going to foul out the play here for the Lady Trojans. Over to Sands. Move through the high post through Caleb Flaherty. Back over to Valley. Down inside for Brittany Bailey. She'll force it up with the left hand and good. Or no good, but got fouled, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. They're going to get that contact on Dean. And she'll pick up her first personal foul, team foul number 1 on the Lady Grizzlies. First one up and no good by Bailey. We're going to see how good you really are, bud, because I'm going to be operating a big deal of this game off of your abilities.
Don't worry, buddy. Broad shoulders here.
Second one's up, no good as well. Off the back iron, loose ball, though, going to be pulled out of there by JoJo, helped out by Caleb Flaherty. Lady Trojans will get another set at it. High post Flaherty. Look the handoff, not there. Back outside, no reset with Sam to the left side for Jada Valley. Jada holding on the left side, she'll drive. Kick to Sands. Patience will be a big key in this game, I think, for Lady Trojans to get that good shot. The one they've got to compete down low is Bailey, and she'll face and she'll drive, and she'll get held up again. They're going to call jump ball. Or they call travel. Trojans going to put some pressure on in the backcourt. Odds are if you got 3 girls pushing 6 foot, you may not be a great ball handling team, and that's proving to be true a little bit for them. Nearly walked with it, forced down inside, denied by Bailey. Nice play defensively there, and here come the Lady Trojans. Valley trying to pick her way. She'll stop. Good transition defense there by the Grizzlies, and they'll move it back around. Trojans are getting that half-court offense. JoJo with it on the right wing. She'll face, look to drive. Picks up. Back around for Bailey, trying to dump off inside player. No, Kaylin hard dribble, and not going to get it. Blocked. Other end they go. Dean with it on the left wing. She'll drive baseline. And knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Grizzlies. 5:57 to go in this first quarter. No scores so far. Drake Worrell going to check into the ball game, replace Flaherty. Loose ball on the inbound. Nowhere to go with it. Trojans, everybody fighting for it. Gathered up by Valley. Trojans just wanted it more. In transition, Bailey running with it. Nice move to the rim by Bailey. Lots of contact, couldn't get it. Now lots of body. And I'm telling you what, watch this in the JV game, Dale. You come here, you better be ready to play because it's going to be physical. And it has been. It was in the JV game, and it already has been here. It's going to be different than it was just a night ago when we were 3 nights ago on Friday when we were in Galena. Quickly around, they'll get a 3-point bucket at it, no good. Ball knocked to the bounds, last touch by Jada. It'll stay with the Grizzlies. There's Valley down in there fighting away with Haley Bevins. Bevins, 6 foot tall senior. Key for them, she led them in scoring the other night for 12 when they beat Fort Scott, 39-29. So they don't mind the low scoring affair. Drop step, nothing there. Kick back outside. Here's a 3 on the way for Forbes. That one's no good. Glass cleaned. They brought down by number 34, Sydney Stice. Gets the first bucket of the ball game. And Labette County leads it here early going to this one. Driving, bounce pass, cross lane, not very good. And stolen away. That was turnover by Kinsey Smith, who just checked into the ball game a moment ago. Outside for Stice. Dump off inside. Now a 3 from the left wing, up and good by Bevins.
Foot was on the line, going to call it a 2.
Called a 2-point bucket for Bevins. It was way outside there. And a 4-0 lead here for the Lady Grizzlies. Trojans going to get some pressure in the backcourt. They'll break it. Backside, here's a look for Worrell. Up and good. Well, if you break that press, oftentimes that's going to be open like that, and it was this time. And a foul going to be called on the Grizzlies, I believe. No, they get it on the Lady Trojans. Gabby Sands chase it down from behind and grab it a hold. And so it'll be foul number 1 on the Lady Trojans. Each team with 1 foul. Drake quickly turns out. Bailey comes out as well. Flaherty goes in. Faith Poland goes in for the Lady Trojans. Off right side for Forbes. She'll skip past far side. They get it where they want it down low. They'll kick back out to Forbes. She'll fire a 3. That one's no good. High rebound, and it can't be held on there by Justice Brackney. Brackney, 5'11", senior. On-ball defense there by Forbes. She'll bring it up against Jada Valley there. On the left side, Kinsey Smith, good dump inside for Flaherty. Nowhere to go with it. Kaylin have to kick back outside. They collapse in there on that zone. And Flaherty facing, looks to drive, dump off inside. Bailey, or not Bailey, that's down inside for Faith Poland. And I believe, or Jada. Jada is the one that gets fouled on the take. Good high-low pass there from Flaherty, as she faced and decided to drive, that brought the defense out. She was able to dump it off, and Valley will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's no good. On the season from the free throw line, 50% going into the game the other night. And in that game the other night, she hit her last 4. She really got going in the fourth quarter, all 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. She was kind of struggling from the free throw line before that. She ended up going 6 of 11 from the charity stripe. That means she was forcing the issue. And I like that. Second one's up. That one's no good. Missed a both, but Flaherty tracks it down on the rebound. Fights for it. It'll be 1. Now she's trapped. They've got to get out of that. And it will be knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Trojans. Tough break there down in front of that Labette County bench. It's almost like you need to have, what is that? AI goggles or something like that. Like a 3D thing you can watch this through. It's like it's in your house. Right here down low. We should have got some GoPro cameras and put them on some of the girls and had a real, 3D experience.
Some 3D, yeah.
Timeout going to be taken. We will take it along with them. 3:34 to go in this opening quarter. 4-2 your score. Lady Trojans down inside that huddle. A good look at it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Well, Lady Trojans put pressure, call that timeout to get some pressure on them, and it worked immediately. Then a quick inbound for Flaherty up and good. Nice hands by Caleb Flaherty. Trojans have tied it back up, tied it up at 4-all. That pressure put on, and there's another one, nearly cost another turnover. I think that's going to be the key. It's going to really take the Trojans, all this bench, to keep the pressure on the backcourt and really force it. Here's Bevins on the left side, quickly left wing. Back around, they'll move it. To the right corner for Madison Hayward. Skip pass over to Bevins. Hayward with it. And a foul going to be called, I believe. Or just out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Grizzlies. Out of the ball game goes Strickland, along with Forbes. In comes Peyton Smith and Brackney, a couple of starters in the ball game. On the right side, here's a 3. No good. Missed badly by Madison Hayward. Here come the Lady Trojans in transition. Up the floor, Kinsey Smith. She's going to draw some contact. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one by Kinsey Smith, no good. Lady Trojans got to make your free throw shots. Trojans are 0 for 4 from the free throw line right now. They would be ahead in this ball game. There's the first make of the game for the Lady Trojans. Kinsey Smith gets it to go. Trojans' first lead of the ball game. Here with 2:37 to play in this first quarter. Get down the sidelines. They'll throw it up for Brackney. Give it for Smith. Little runner with the right hand. No good. Trojans down there. Shot no good. But a foul to be called on the rebound by Dean. And good transition offense there to get down there. Trojans got to close that off. It was coming right at you, and you got to get on that sidelines and close it off if you're going to trap over there. And Trojans were able to close it out. And they got what they wanted. Here's the first one from Dean is good. Used it all. The first points of the ball game, and it's back to a tie contest. Second one's no good. Rebound by Poland. And here come the Lady Trojans. Will take the time. Jada Valley, I don't believe she stepped out of the game yet. 2:21 to go first quarter. JoJo back around through Flaherty. She'll face, and they're going to say she changed pivot foot. She knows it. Little grin from her. And a turnover.
There for a second, BJ, I thought Coach was yelling at me to cut her off, so I'm right here on the court, so I was almost leaning that way.
Foul going to be called against Lady Trojans. Moving screen against, or holding, really. She was trying to avoid a screen on Faith Poland. Poland picked up her first personal foul. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Trojans. They'll get it up to Brackney. Brackney lost it off her foot. Well, that's a good example for Jada. You can give some pressure, but don't make that contact. Valley struggled with foul trouble the other night. They cannot have her out of the ball game because she's their most sure ball handler. And that showed late in that game against Galena when she had to sit down and let them kind of climb back into it. Trojans break this zone pressure in the backcourt, three-quarter court. JoJo over to Valley. Coach calls out the play. Down inside with the right hand. Good. Was that Poland or?
I believe that was Poland right there.
Poland with the bucket. And she gets her first bucket. Trojans back in front, 7-5, minute 43 to play in the opening quarter. Here's a 3 from Smith. Good. And they're back in front. Smith knocks down her first field goal, and it's a big one to give the Grizzlies back the lead. And a foul going to be called in transition against Sydney Stice. Her second. Team foul number 4 on the Lady Grizzlies. Over to right side for Sands. 8-7-year score. Trojans down by 1. Serena Short checked into the ball game. Drake Worrell came back in as well. Bailey as well. Up and good. JoJo with 3. Her first 3, and we've had back-to-back triples to Trojans' biggest lead of the ball game is 2. It's the biggest lead for anybody. There's 3 right back. That's a shooter. Got to be careful about her. And just like that, Labette County back in front. Smith, back-to-back 3s in trips down the floor. And that'll hurt the Trojans if they can get that outside game because it'll hurt that zone pressure. A foul going to be called against Bevins. Team foul number 5 on the Grizzlies. Her first. Inbound for Ferguson in the backcourt. Inside for Bailey. She'll face. Back out, move it around on the left side. 4 short. Serena, move it around through Bailey. She'll drive. She'll run right into triple coverage. Shot no good, looking for contact. Couldn't get it. JoJo gets the rebound. Rips it out of there. It's going to be jump ball. It should be anyways. And that's in favor of the Lady Trojans.
Nice move there by Ferguson to come down there and take that ball right out of the Lady Grizzlies' hands. Good aggressive move.
Gives the ball back to Lady Trojans with 14.7 seconds to play here in the first quarter. A chance to work for the final shot of this first quarter. 13 seconds. JoJo with it on the right wing. Bring it back around with 8. Sands on the left wing. Entry to Bailey. She'll drive, draw contact on the floor. I'll call it on the floor, and that'll give the Lady Trojans the ball with 2.2 to inbound. Foul was called on Lacey Strickland. Trojans have really forced the issue inside and drawing contact, getting some fouls going, and they'll be shooting some free throws in the second quarter. Trying to get a good-looking one here with 2.2 seconds to play in the first. Throw it in high, knocked around, gathered up by the Grizzlies. They turned it over, but that's how we will end the first. Lady Trojans trail by 1 after 1. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Here we go, second quarter. Lady Trojans trail by 1. They back and forth down the stretch of that game. A couple of three-point buckets that have made things a little bit more interesting. And it'll be Grizzly basketball as we come out of the timeout. Smith, who knocked down 2 threes with it, trying to force it down inside, stolen away by Michaela Osmus, deflected by the Lady Trojans as well. And Valley will continue to be Iron Man here. She'll stay in the ball game. Screen high for Jada. Down inside, Bailey on the right side. She walked it. The ball kind of got deflected a little bit on the entry pass, and she had to trace it down. And goes back to Trojans going to put some pressure onto the backcourt. That helped them at times in that first half. Nearly stolen away. Off to the right side for Brackney, faced up by Bailey. Shot up, knocked around. Brackney fights through there, gets the rebound, and Bailey's going to pick up a cheap one. Will Brintley. It'll be her first. Team foul number 4 on the Lady Trojans. Here's Bevins to inbound for Labette County. Into the corner, through her hands and out of bounds. Intended for Forbes, she can't handle. And now they'll put some pressure in. Little 2-on-2 zone press in the backcourt. Keep it in the middle. Good Lady Trojans. That pressure, get it across the timeline. Backside whirl. Dump off inside Bailey. She'll step through with the left hand. No contact, apparently. And gathered up by the Grizzlies, and here they go, the other way. Up the floor. Quickly, they do. And I'm going to say it's going to be a foul on the floor against the Lady Grizzlies. And it's going to be Bailey. A foul on the floor against the Lady Trojans, rather. And it's Brittany Bailey's second. She'll probably have to come out of there. He's asking what? Well, down here, she went to the rim and got all kinds of contact. Nothing. Here's Smith with the left wing, guarded closely by Osmus. She's put in the game to keep a hand in her face. Blocked. That nearly was her third, but instead, and they didn't stay with it, did the Lady Trojans. Bevins gets an easy bucket. Or Dean, rather, gets an easy bucket. And it's 13-10, largest lead of the ball game for the Grizzlies. This shot on the other end, Trojans quick to fire one up. Up the floor they go. In transition for Emma Brown. Brown with it, she walked with it. 6:22 to go in this first half. Lady Trojans trail by 3. They've led by as many as 2, and they've trailed by as many as 4. Labette County started on a 4-0 run, trying to dish it down inside, and it's going to be contact. Osmus playing into down amongst the trees. There's Michaela at 5'2", and everybody around her was over 5'11". Got to get some height down in there. She still draws the contact, and she'll shoot first one, no good. Free throw shooting in this first half is one thing we're going to point to for sure. Lady Trojans, 1 of 7 from the charity stripe in the first quarter. Doesn't matter if you're getting contact and getting fouls if you can't make your free throws. Second one up, that one's through. 13-11. Brooklyn Talley checking into the ball game for the Lady Trojans. She'll replace Osmus. Drake Worrell checked out as well. Trojans putting that pressure on. And then the coach is like, well, why did you go? Why did you bail? They had the good press, and time was going to start winding down. Other end denied. That's twice that Bailey could have picked up foul number 3. Running in transition, Trojans can't hold on. Got to value the basketball. Up to Smith, and that seems to be the way they're doing it, running the floor well. Dean catching, shot no good. Rebound is good, but she can't get the putback, and it's gathered up by Bailey. Trojans going the other way. Back and forth we go. Smith trying to draw contact, can't get it. Clearing the glass, and Brooklyn Talley is going to be called for the foul. Oh, they called on Dean. On Dean, her second personal foul, team foul number 8, and so that will send Brooklyn Talley to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 20, Mason Strickland.
0 for 1 on the season from the charity stripe. There's the front side of a 1 and 1, no good. Missed it. The woes continue for the Lady Trojans. On the right side, controlled by Smith. Skip pass, far side. Quickly move around to Bevins, down to the paint. No good. And I don't know how many lives Brittany Bailey has, but she's using them all up here. To stick there at 2 fouls. She has had a lot of opportunities to get that third one, and she's been lucky not to, thankfully. There it is, down inside for Talley, but she couldn't handle it and had to chase it down. Coach's argument is that she didn't have possession of it yet. And so, Trojans will put some pressure again in the backcourt. Last time they had a good stop, but called the dogs off, and that would have been a time to get it. Off left side for Smith. Now she'll go to Bevins. Quickly down inside. Nope. Back outside and held up by Strickland. Knocked it out of bounds by the Lady Trojans. It'll stay there with Labette County. 4:53 to go first half. 13-11 your score. Trojans down by 2. Out goes Strickland. In comes for them number 42, Madison Brannon.
Nice steal there by Talley. Just took it right out of her hands.
She gets good minutes when she's in for the Lady Trojans. Gabby with it on the left wing. They put some length on her to keep her from firing that 3. They know she can shoot it. Here's Jada. Looking, over to go with it. Back outside. Smith to Valley. Wholesale changes coming here in a moment for the Lady Trojans, dearly. Valley driving, kick back outside. Facing Bailey, she'll drive, and they're going to say fouled on the floor. Brittley will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Bailey 0 for 2 in her first trip tonight. 3 for 4 coming into this, coming to the game the other night, anyways.
Number 23,
and went 2 for 4, so just over 50% on the year for Bailey.
A little confusion on whether the sub could come in or not.
First one's up and good. You got to make the first to get the second. It's good for Lady Trojans to get that to go. Pull them within 1 here. Here's the second one. Made them both. Trojans tied back up. Third tie of the ball game. Third tie of the first half. Up the floor they go. In transition. Back out for Bevins. And a foul going to be called against the Lady Trojans. Called a shooting foul as well. Called on Flaherty. Flaherty will pick up her first personal foul. Team foul number 6 on the Lady Trojans. That'll send her to the free throw line to shoot two. First one's no good on Madison Brannon. Can I buy a Madison? 4 of them on this team. First one was no good, second one is. (14-13). JoJo with it. High post for Faith Poland, who just checked in. And hand check foul going to be called against the Lady Grizzlies. That'll be the first on Madison Brannon. That'll be foul number 9 on the Lady, number 10. So that's going to be shooting 2 for Faith Poland. Faith on the year has been relatively consistent for a youngster. 6 of 12. She's gotten there as much as anybody. And she knocks down the first one. She went 3 for 4 the other night, so pretty good for the youngster. Second one's up and good. Tremendous form. Somebody taught her how to shoot properly.
I think her dad spent a little time out the activity center, maybe.
Good. Trojans back in front. Missed opportunity there for the Grizzlies, and recovered, pulled out of there by Flaherty, and shucking them. Little Nats down there fighting against her. Trojans with a 1-point lead, 15-14. 3:27 to play in this first half. Trojans will be patient here in the half court now. High post for Flaherty. They lost him behind. Smith with the left hand, good. Nice give and go there for Caleb Flaherty. Kenzie Smith gets her first field goal. Trojans have their largest lead of 3 points. Here's a 3 on the way, trying to answer it back. No good. Good position down low. JoJo finding where she needs to be. In transition, anticipation, stolen away by Karsten Stewart. JoJo going the other way, and she'll get the foul as well. So you get the turnover. Oftentimes that turns into you being the one that has to foul. And it will be JoJo's first, I believe. First, team foul number 7. So that's going to send Stewart to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Well, they said it was a shooting foul. And so it's her shooting 2. Brackett going to come back into the ball game. Evans comes back into the ball game. Jade is going to get her first break of the day as in comes Gabby Sands. Second one's up and through as well. Made them both. Then Stewart. Back to a 1-point contest. 17-16 Trojans. Now Trojans going to break through that pressure. Smith just going to run. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touched out of bounds off of the Grizzlies. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans. There were 2:38 to go in the first half. Poland going to pull the trigger on one. No good. Gathered up though. Flaherty. Shot no good. And gathered up by the Grizzlies. Here they come in transition. Quickly up the floor for Forbes. She walked with it and everything else and comes out of there with it. To Bevins. Back to Forbes. Skip pass back to Bevins on the right wing. She's not knocked down a big one. A long 2 in that first quarter, and they've kept her quiet since. Bevins with it on the right wing. Should go baseline. Poland trying to close out the baseline. She does. No help on the backside. A good pass out of that to Stewart. And Stewart's got 4 points in this second quarter, and the Grizzlies are back in front by 1. Here the minute 53 to play. In this first half, there's an entry pass, a good one to Poland, but it's stolen away by the Grizzlies. And a travel going to be called by Bevins. I think her mind is going a little faster than her feet. Her feet were going faster than her mind, rather. I assure you, my feet never go faster than my mind.
No, but your mouth might, huh?
Neither one. Touche. Neither my feet nor my mind move very fast. Because they're too busy trying to chase my mouth. There you go. Valley with it on the right side. Back top of the key, under 90 seconds to play now here in this first half. GM Bank halftime show coming your way in just a moment. Whirl over to Valley, left wing. Back around. JoJo. Minute 14 to play. Here's a three by JoJo. Fast off the back iron, no good. Rebound by the Grizzlies. Here they go. Bevins running with it to the corner. Held. Now dump up inside Brackney. Forced against JoJo. Great defense by Ferguson. Shot no good by JoJo. Over the back like crazy. Nobody could call it. Poley comes out of there. Jada Valley trying to run out, and she just outruns the defense all the way to the other end of the floor. And darn near got that one. Good effort by the Lady Trojans going after that loose ball to get it and then get it up to Valley. And then Jada able to hold on to that ball with all that pressure, all those hands on her to get up there and get away from him was amazing.
That's right. How about Poland coming down with that loose ball everywhere? Great job by the freshman.
First one's up and good by Jada. That's her first point of the first half. Trojans are tied up. Second one's no good. Rebound by Brackney. We stay tied. Our fourth tie of the first half. This is going to be a good one. We thought it might. Forbes on the right wing. Back around quickly. Showing was Brackney. They don't have it there. Covered up. Now high post Bevins. Back outside. Here's a three on the way. Left short. Rebound pulled out of there by Whirl. And Lady Trojans are doing a decent job despite the height disadvantage of kind of limiting the Grizzlies to only one chance. When they get second chance opportunities, it's going to be tough for the Trojans. It's a screen by Poland, and she moved. She was late coming over there to get it and then slid just at the last minute. Her second. Team foul number 8 on the Lady Trojans. Jada on-ball defense between her and Gabby. They'll fire one at the last second at the buzzer. Big one there by Bevins. She made one from downtown, but it was just on the line. That time she knocks down just her second field goal. And so it will be 21-18 on that three-point buzzer beater for Labette County to have the lead by 3, but a good first half. They had to knock down some triples. Did Labette County to have a chance, which is, if that's how they're going to beat you, you'll let them have it.
That's right. You know, and we've done really well down low. I've thought Flaherty and Poland, along with Bailey, has really dealt well with the height of Labette County here tonight.
Well, we'll talk about this first half, and we'll have these halftime numbers as well. All that and more still to come here on the GM Bank Halftime Show, formerly Girard National Bank, new name, but still providing customers with the same high-quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll talk about this one next. We return on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
See the men out there warming up. They'll have a good one coming up. The number 1 ranked team in Class 3A. Can you believe that's in this the Trojan men? Lady Trojans doing a nice job here in this first half, keeping pace with this Labette County Grizzly team. It's pretty good. They're the number 5 ranked team in Class 4A, and the Lady Trojans right now had them tied up until a buzzer beater there at halftime by their leader, Haley Bevins. Pulled them in front by 3. Take a look at our Kennar Eye Care Eye on the Game. Kennar Eye Care, thanks to the support from their community, Kennar Eye Care has nearly doubled their offices and extended their hours. They got the locations of both Pittsburgh and Girard. Call today and make an appointment by calling 620-235-1737. Well, Lady Grizzlies started this game on a 4-0 run. Trojans trimmed it back down and then took their first lead with 2:37 to go in the first quarter and took the lead 5-4. It was tied at 4-4. It was tied at 5-5. And then it was the Lady Trojans led 7-5. Grizzlies got it back with a 3-point bucket by Smith, 8-7. Trojans took it back on a 3-point bucket by JoJo Ferguson and made it 10-8. And then Labette County led 11-10 at the end of the first quarter on another 3 by Smith. And so she had 2 first quarter threes back-to-back that made it 11-10 after 1. And then the Lady Trojans trailed by as many as 3 there in the second quarter, 13-10. It was tied 13-all. It was tied. Trojans got the lead back 15-14. They led by as many as 3, 17-14. And it was tied again at 18 late. And then right at the buzzer, a 3-point bucket by Haley Bevins gave them the 21-18 lead. So the largest lead of the game was a 4-point lead at 4-0. And then since that point, both teams have led by as many as 3. That tells you a pretty good indication of how good a game we've got going on here, Dale.
That's right. With the Trojans playing the great defense and not really giving them that second shot option sometimes, Girard's doing a real good job. They'd hang with them here and see what the second half brings.
21-18 your halftime lead. Take a look at your halftime numbers. First for the Lady Grizzlies, 6 points from Peyton Smith on those 2 first quarter threes, 5 points from Haley Bevins, 4 points from Carson Stewart in that second quarter to kind of help them keep pace. 3 points from Anna Dean. She's got 2 first half fouls as well. 2 points from Sydney Stice and 1 point from Madison Brannon for the Lady Grizzlies. And so they spread it around a little bit as well. 6 girls in the scoring totals. Lady Trojans, though, they are just keep doing a tremendous job. 8 girls scored in that first quarter. And so nobody with huge scoring totals. In fact, leading the way right now is Faith Poland on 2 for 2 shooting from the free throw line. And knocked down a field goal in that first quarter as well. She's got 4. 3 for JoJo Ferguson, 3 for Kenzie Smith, and then 2 for Kaylin Flaherty, 2 from Brittany Bailey, 2 from Drake Whirl, and then 1 from Jada Valley, 1 from Michaela Osmus for the Lady Trojans. Just did not shoot the ball very well from the free throw line. Did get a little bit better in the second quarter than they were in the first quarter, but the Trojans are going to have opportunities to shoot free throws because they're taking that aggressive stance. They got to be keep the pressure. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about this boys game when we return on the GM Bank Halftime Show.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back here on the GM Bank Halftime Show. Girard Lady Trojans get ready to go here in the second half. We do have a boys game coming up in just a little bit. Trojan men, again, 3-0 on the season, number one ranked team by KFBCA. It came out just today. I did not get a chance to talk to Coach Westcott for a pregame interview. I'm just out of practice a little bit. But I'm sure if I would have asked him about that, he would have found about 14 different ways to dodge that question and not really own up to it, but that's pretty cool. The Trojans are sitting there right now. They've got a long ways to go, I think, developing that bench. They did, I think, a little bit of that the other night. We'll see if they can here. They're coming off a good win over Galena. Their opponent's going to be Labette County, 1-5, 0-2 in the SEK, and they're coming off a 37-59 loss to Fort Scott. And Coach must have known I was talking about it because he walked right by. Is Dale wearing his best shorts? And we talked about Eddie Loveshek over the break,
You
too.
might want to be careful here, sir.
Yeah, because we're going to have a camera on you most of the game, and we'll be able to hear you. So.
I will pan down every chance I get.
Back at it here at halftime. Into the paint. Caleb Flaherty on the turnaround. The Trojans. Nice job there on the half court. Coach giving us a hard time. Other end of the floor. There's a shot up, no good. Got to get that rebound there. That's that second chance I'm talking about. As Bevins was there to get it. Oh, that's Dean was the one actually with it. And Trojans trail 23-20. There's one by Flaherty trying to get to work for Caleb. And shot no good. Rebound. Behind the Lady Grizzlies. On the left wing. Smith denied by Flaherty. Up the floor. Here they go. And now they'll hold back, will the Lady Trojans. As Valley will drive in. Nice continuation with the right hand. Can't get the roll. That was a great move to the rim. Shot up no good on the rebound. And that's a good one, I think, for Jada to know I can do it. I can get through that trash inside because she needs to continue to push the issue. Down inside, back outside now for the Grizzlies. Moving around through Bevins. On the left side for Stewart. Here's Dean, blocked by Flaherty. Kaylin's having herself a great first couple of minutes here to start this second half rather. Jade is trying to do it as well. This time she'll get the roll. Valley's first field goal of the ball game and pulls the Trojans back to within one, 23-21. And a turnover by the Grizzlies. I missed that.
Just a little bit of pressure by Sands, and boy, she just couldn't hold on to the ball. Hit it against her waist, and down she went.
So a turnover. Trojans with a chance to get the lead back here. They led several times in that first half. It was tied several times. The Grizzlies led. And Trojans down by one right now with the basketball. 6:04 to go. Still plenty of time. Loads of time. Britley going to put one shoulder into her. Shot no good. On the rebound, be gathered up by Dean for the Grizzlies, and here they come. Smith in transition up the floor. To the corner for Brackney. She'll hold. Back around through Stewart. Back to the right side. Here's a shot and a foul on a three, and good. The old 4-point play. That was just a two, they're going to say. Bevins likes that long two, and she gets fouled on the shot as well. Foul was called by Kinsey Smith, her first. Team foul number one here in the second half. And Bevins will go to the free throw line for her first free throws of the ball game. And she got it to roll in. Largest lead of the ball game. They did not add those points to the total. And so that's not the way you want to win if you're the Trojans. Jump ball. Now they finally do get it totaled up right. Don't want to have the same thing we had last time we were in Labette County.
Yeah.
Scorebook didn't keep very good track. Trojans turnover. Now they're trying to trap in the backcourt. She walked through it. Yep. Bailey stepped right through that contact and gets called for the turnover. Trojan pressure again, causing a turnover. 5.5 to play. Jada gonna run the offense here in the half court. Sands with it on the right wing. Wrap around down inside for Poland. She'll face, nowhere to go with it. Now it's Gabby. They recover quickly. That length for the Grizzlies they don't have to be as close to you because they can close out so much faster. There's backside trying to get it. Shot up, forced, and it goes on top of the backboard out of bounds. And Kinsey, I think, forced that one a little bit. Worrell going to come into the ball game. She'll replace Bailey. And bringing it up the floor is Bevins. Threw it away. Back to Jada Valley. She nearly threw it. They did throw it away. Just not valuing the basketball, neither team really, that much here in this game.
Might be a little bit of a youth right there with Bolin kind of excited. Saw Valley running down the side.
That was a good idea. Good look at Brad Erlacher. And a 5-second violation against the... Just so everybody knows, we had a great spot.
They're calling a timeout. They're
saying a timeout for Labette County. We had a great spot to broadcast this game, and we got booted about 5 minutes before we were supposed to go on the air. So we're sitting on the floor, and we're going to make the most of it. We're getting it for you. 26-22. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. This will be it for us for this year, and then we begin in earnest in the new year. I hope everybody has a great holiday break and gets everything they wanted from Santa Clausdale. Anything special you wanted in particular from the jolly old elf?
Well, you know, most of mine was on a shelf at the liquor store, but what about you? You got the young lady in your life something?
Oh, I've been told I have it by my my secret shopper. But I'm not very good at the purchasing of stuff. Well, I take care of my wife, and then she takes care of the kids and all that.
When she says, hey, honey, let's not give each other gifts this year, what she means is, yes, you need to buy something.
Are you telling me something?
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
I'm just now finding this out 13 years into this thing?
Well.
Back it away here in this one. Up the floor they go. Bevins on the left side, entry pass Brackney. Good recovery by Poland. Brackney puts it on the deck. Shot no good. They're letting him play in the paint. That's good for the Lady Trojans. This should be contact against Poland. Brackney really dropped that shoulder to dive in there, but Poland picks up her third personal foul. And Brackney, she's the only one with really foul trouble. Trojans fought that a little bit the other night, and Poland has 3 and Bailey has 2. And Brackney at the free throw line to shoot 2. Does not have a point yet in this ball game. Still doesn't. That's the first one. .442 to go in this third quarter. 26-22. Trojans trail by 4. Matching their largest deficit, now 5. That is their largest deficit. 27-22. Other end of the floor. Whirl for 3. Shot up, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Grizzlies. And then a jump ball going to be called, and that'll be in favor of the Lady Trojans. So good effort there underneath the basket. Trojans going to inbound. Smith to inbound underneath. Stice checks in for the Grizzlies. Inbound for Poland. Hard dribble. Force up with the right hand, and too much. The length is causing problems for Lady Trojans. You saw that with Smith a moment ago where she kind of forced one up real quick. And then Poland the same way, just trying to go too quick to the rim. And Trojans put pressure onto the backcourt. They'll get it in. That clock started on the 10 count. Trojans get one stop here. They maybe have a chance. Can't do it. Here comes Smith up the floor. She'll long pass it up to Stice. Backdoor. In there for Brackney. Shot no good. And a foul going to be called. It should be on Stewart. And it'll be her first. Team foul number 1 in the second half on the Grizzlies. They slowed down their fouling. They had 6 in the first quarter. Did the Grizzlies. That's just their first one here with halfway through this third quarter. Sands with it on the right wing, working against Bevins. It's been a fun little matchup today. On the left side. Smith can't handle. Luckily, Gabby's there to close it out. Got to hang on to that ball. She's going to have a chance at it. And I'm not sure what happened there. They said Kinsey traveled with it.
I didn't see it.
I mean, either. And so it will. Go back to the Grizzlies. There's a near steal by Smith. Here's Bevins. Dump off inside. Stice pushes her body in there. Good position underneath. And bailed out one there on the putback by Strickland. And Jada Valley going to be called for her first personal foul. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Trojans. That's going to send Strickland to the free throw line to shoot 2. She does not have a point yet in this one. And now she does. Both teams super deep benches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people have scored for both teams now. Strickland gets that one to go. This lead's starting to grow a little bit now. Trojans need a bucket desperately. They have not scored in a long time, and that's why Coach is going to call a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new Ceric Dental System, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers. Gabby Sands right there in your kitchen. She's going to inbound it for Jada Valley. Cupcakes go by, so that's always a good thing. They're not going to stop here, darn it. 3:22 to play. In this third quarter, 29-22. Loose ball, going to be fought for. Poland fighting for it. She gets the contact. And that's just a little 1-2 there for Lady Trojans staying with it. And Faith Poland with a chance to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Right now, probably the most consistent free throw shooter on the team. 2 for 2 on the night from the charity stripe. And a chance to break this little run that the Grizzlies have had here. First one's no good. Lady Trojans scored the first bucket and had it 21-20. It was 23-22, but they've been outscored 6-0. It's a 6-0 run the Grizzlies are on right now. The largest lead of the ball game for anybody is 7. Lady Trojans have only led by as many as 3. Here's Poland. Got to break this run, can't do it. Here come the Grizzlies in transition. Bevins with it on the left side, left corner now for Brackney. Move it back around. Back to Bevins, sets her feet, 3 on the way. Good. Yeah, you can't let her have that shot. That's her second 3, and all of her field goals have come from deep. Drake World trying to answer back, missed it badly. 10-point lead for the Lady Grizzlies. Trojans need a stop and a bucket. They need to stop the bleeding right now. It's a 9-0 run. Sands, Smith, Poland all checking out. Valley, Ferguson, and Short, I think, coming into the ball game. Stolen away by Short. Short in transition, run the floor up to Valley. Valley off the backside of a Grizzly player. Loose ball, still to be determined. And somehow the Trojans come out of there with it. Very few people had possession of that ball when it was down the floor. Whirl with it, back around, knocked in on contact. Jada's got to pick herself off the floor. That's Stewart. Second personal foul on Stewart. And they will inbound from in front of us here. JoJo to throw it in for the Lady Trojans. 2:10 to play in this third quarter. Trojans trail by 10. Only trailed by 3 at halftime. Whirl with it, top of the key. She'll fire up a 3. That one had a better chance. No good, but the rebound and a putback by Short, no good. Loose ball to be determined. That one's up and good by the Lady Trojans.
Galen Flaherty.
Flaherty gets the rebound and the putback. She's got 6 points, and that stops a 9-0 run for the Lady Trojans, or for Lady Grizzlies. Trojans need another stop here. Late in this third quarter, minute 38 to play. They're going to be patient in the half court, will the Grizzlies. Brackney moving around left side, looking to drill baseline. Trying to push her way in is Bevins. Back around, set, 3 from Smith. She had 2 in the first quarter, no good. That was rebound by Flaherty, threw it away. Got to take care of the basketball. Boy, too many times that has happened. You get a good stop and you cough it up. No real need to be in a big hurry there. Points are more important. Foul across in the backside. It's going to be against
Caitlin Flaherty.
Flaherty.
Had her hand in her back, so.
Her second. Team foul number 3. Team foul number 4. Sands will come back in and replace Valley. Jada will get a quick break. Don't suspect she'll be on the bench for very long. Inbound Brackney. Off to the corner. Bevins threw it away. Trojans need to take advantage of this gift. Try to trim this lead down a little, make it a little more manageable down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Madison Brandon getting ready to check into the ball game for the Grizzlies. She won't get there in time. Under a minute to play third quarter. Flaherty with it. Back to Ferguson. Back around they go. Back out. Move it around the horn. Back to Whirl on the left wing. 42 seconds to play. JoJo with it facing. Short off to Sands. Driving, and a foul going to be called. A double dribble, rather, on JoJo Ferguson. And Trojans a long possession, can't get a point. Bevan's going to check out of the ball game. And Dean check out of the ball game, trying to keep from getting their fouls. Bevins only has 1, but Dean does have 2. Throw it up, they get it past Brackney, across the lane. Sorrell, shot up, and they can't get it to go. Flaherty clears it. 26 seconds, take care of the basketball. 32-24, got to get a good one here. Chance to make a bucket, make this a 2-possession game going to the fourth quarter. Ferguson out high, high post for Flaherty. She'll face, they'll give it to her. She'll kick. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies, 7.3. Serena Short going to throw it in here. Coach put the pressure on the freshman to get the ball in. Tipped. JoJo will have it. 6 seconds. 4. She'll fire up a 3. On the dribble. Good. They're going to say it's a 2. Coach wanted a 3. They call it a 2 for JoJo, but that's still a good one to end it on. Lady Trojans might have a little momentum as we go to the final quarter. It's a 6-point game. When we return in 1 minute, you're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Here we go, fourth quarter of action from Labette County. Lady Trojans in a good one here against the Grizzlies on the road. Close out 2018. Dean with it on the left wing for the Grizzlies, and she walked with it. Trojans have been given some opportunities. It was a 10-point lead on a 9-0 run by the Grizzlies. The Trojans closed out that third quarter on a 4-0 run of their own, and right now they got the ball with it, only down by 6. They trailed by 3 at halftime. They trailed by 1 at the end of 1. Bailey with it, facing, kick. This is short, back over to Sands. Grizzlies are packing it in. High post for Bailey. She's trying to flash down low, nothing there. Long possession again, they jump the pass. Short's got to track it down. Give way to Sands, out to Whirl. Back around to Valley, her first time touching it on this possession. And she'll reset the offense here for the Lady Trojans. Screen comes from Bailey. And a pressure going to be called. They'll probably call it on the floor, I'm guessing. Going to call it on Stewart, her third. They're going to say it was a shooting foul. And I think if they get that matchup, Jada could do that every time.
Yeah.
So Valley to shoot 2. First one's up. Short.
I think Coach is going to look back at this film, and that is one spot where we've got to better ourselves a little bit.
Second one's up, no good, missed them both. And another turnover by the Grizzlies.
Checking back in for the Grizzlies, number 42, Madison Brandon.
5 of 17 from the free throw line. That is not very good. And a lot of points. That would make up the difference in this deficit right now. Bailey will face. She'll lost her footing, some contact. Coaches, that's not a very good call.
I think you're going to call it because she lowered her shoulder to run through there, but still the girl was on.
Bailey picks up her third personal foul. It's team foul number 5 on the Lady Trojans. Up the floor running it is Madison Brandon. Kick. Here's Smith to the corner for Dean. Pumping. Good closeout by Whirl. Knocked around, loose ball. Dean gets it picked up. And another travel. That is like 3 in a row on the Grizzlies. Coach is going to talk to him. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. Lady Trojans trying to close the gap. We'll return in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Here we go, underway. Here's a three from Whirl, off the mark. Rebound to be determined. Gathered out there by Valley. Trojans get another crack at it. Take care of the basketball. Here's Whirl. She'll do it again. Three, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds. Mr. Mojo. Lost her mojo a little bit, perhaps. That's a shot coach said Drake kind of developed over the summer. She's confident in it. Tracking down Sands, shot no good by Brackney. Loose ball to be determined, gathered up by Jada. Here comes Valley in the transition. Jada going to get contact, not going to get foul called. Goodness gracious, Brackney comes away with it. The coach is all over. That's a bad miss there by the crew. And it affected the shot clearly. There's a ton of body contact there against Valley. Now on the left side, Stewart trying to clear space down low, and a foul going to be called. We don't call that, but we call that. Down there on that end. Not sure what that is.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 22. Ali Bevins at number 34, Sydney.
So the foul's going to be called against Bailey, her fourth. So Britley, costly foul there. It'll stay with the Grizzlies, obviously. Bevins to inbound, throw it in deep for Smith. Back to Bevins. Set play, didn't get the shot they wanted. Skip pass far side for Brannon. Back over to Smith, now Bevan. Now they will get it. That one's left way short. They gathered up, second chance opportunity, loose ball. Bevan come away with it, and a travel.
Oh. We know how to call a travel and a charge, but not much more.
Trojans got to get off this 6-point deficit right here. 5:26, time's waning. Just kind of feel it kind of dripping down a little bit. Short getting her most extended playing time of her career. On the left side, dump off inside. Facing, shot up and good by Bailey. He left her in there with those 4 fouls and a good one for Britley. Her first field goal of the ball game. The Trojans back to within 4. Pressure being applied to backcourt. Smith, and a 10 count. Faith Poling to come in. JoJo Ferguson will come in. And Gabby Sands will come in as well. So far, Jada's the only one that's checked out. One more. I was like, well, Jada checked out. I'm like, the 3 went in, 1 went out.
It's the new offense.
Yeah, hey, it'll work. High post for Poland, facing. Wanted a handoff. Now she needs to get rid of it. Off to Smith. 4:52 to play. Trojans down by 4 with the ball. Outside for Poland. To Smith on the left wing. Kinsey holds. Back around for Gabby. Smith. Over to Whirl. To Gabby. They want a set shot for Gabby Sands. 3 on the way, no good. Trying to use that bank, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Grizzlies. Here they come. Smith in transition. Peyton Smith for the Grizzlies. Good transition defense to get back for the Trojans. Right back to them. They go, and a turnover going to be called. Foul going to be called against the Grizzlies. I thought. Nope.
Travel. Wow.
Lots of turnovers in this ball game. Almost midway through this fourth quarter. 32-28 Trojans down by 4. They trailed by as many as 10 in this second half. Trimmed it to 6 at the end of 3. Now they trail by 4. Giving Jada Valley some breath, and it's causing problems. Trojans just do not have a true ball handler besides her. Driving, shot up and good. Bevan's pushing it. 34-28, back to a 6-point contest. Jada's going to have to get back out. She looks like she's fighting something. Tuckered out a little bit, but she gets herself up and comes back out.
The Grizzlies number 12, Peyton Smith, her third, 15th foul, checking back in for the Trojans.
Out goes Worrell, out goes Smith.
Number 32, Flaherty. Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 14, McClelland Sanitation.
The Trojan basketball moving from left to right, 3:37 to play in this ball game. Tons of lead changes. Dump off inside Flaherty. Catch, good soft hands. Up and good. Nice entry pass by Gabby Sands. Kayla's got 8 points. 34-30. Off left side, Smith. Dean trying to get position underneath. Can't have it. Here's Bevan. She'll go baseline, and she's going to be fouled by Poland. And Faith will pick up her 4th personal foul. Bailey's got 4. Poland has 4. Team foul number 7, so it's going to be shooting here for Bevans. Bevans 1 for 1 on her and 1 attempt. Missed it. Rebound though by Brackney. Nearly stripped from behind by Sands. They'll keep it alive though. Forbes back out around they go. Swing it and lost it out of bounds. Another turnover by the Grizzlies. I would say this Grizzlies team has a very high ceiling. They need to clean up the turnovers, and Christy Snyder will have herself a team here. They're young, but they've struggled with those turnovers.
If not, she might have a heart attack.
Maybe. You're on the right side. Entry down inside, trying to fight through that. They're going to call charge against an offensive foul against the Lady Trojans. Got it on Gabby Sands, her 2nd personal foul. On the left side, move it back around. They'll go to Bevans on the right wing. 34-30. Trojans need to stop at a score. Get this thing down to a 1-possession game. Forbes with it. Left side, now move it to the right quickly for Bevans. They're going to be patient in the half court. Are the Grizzlies. Down in, they get a good look. Brackney's shot good, but she is fouled. Got to get that rebound. That was a great opportunity for a stop for the Lady Trojans. Instead, it's going to be a foul. It's going to be called against Jada, her 2nd. Team foul number 9 on the Lady Trojans, and it'll send Brackney to the free throw line to shoot to. Poland will check out with those 4 fouls. Worrell goes in for her. Brackney missed them both. Loose ball. Coach was calling for a timeout. They're not going to get it. They're going to call a jump ball. And that will be in favor of the Lady Trojans. And now Coach says, go ahead and give it to me. 34-30, and he knows that this is an important possession to get a point. And so the Trojans need to try to trim this down to a 2-point game. We'll see if they can when we return. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
34-30, Lady Trojans down by 4 here against the Labette County Grizzlies on the road to close out this first portion of this season. Valley with it as she'll bring it across the timeline. She'll drive, kick, whirl, kick back around JoJo, and she walked with it. Brittany Bailey going to check back in and those 4 fouls to get Whirl. Give a little more length on defense down inside perhaps. Inbound for Brackney. Here's Smith. Off to Bevins on the right wing. Back around through Smith. Under 2 to play in this ball game. Trojans down by 4. Trailed by as many as 10 in this second half. A 9-0 run by the Grizzlies. Trying to give them this cushion the Trojans have been chipping away at ever since. Dean, Smith. Bevins skip past far side. Stewart took in a drive, nothing there. Back out Brackney, now she'll push her way in. Little runner up and good. 36-30, back to a 6-point contest. Trojans need a bucket. Minute 20 to play. Bailey driving, push up, left hand, good. 36-32. Trojans need a stop now. Minute 8 to play. It's got to be a quick stop. Over to the elbow for Dean. Back around. And a foul going to be called on Gabby Sands. Trying to get a quick foul. It's her third. And that's going to send Stewart to the free throw line to shoot 2. Shoot 2. They're in the double bonus. She's 2 for 2. Now 3 for 3. 37-32. Hit a boat. Hope we don't foul her. Back to a 6-point game. Trojans need a bucket. Big one. Under a minute. Trying to avoid first loss of the season. Jada driving. Push it up. Gets the contact. Can't get the ball to go for that elusive 3-point play. But will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jada on the night. 1 of 6. Trojans as a team, as I mentioned, 5 of 17, and Jada makes the first one. She went 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter the other night. Made them both. Couple big shots there by the sophomore. Back to a 4-point game. Got to get a stop here. And it's a walk. There it is. The defense gets it. I got to feel like they can do that again on another inbound. And Coach Spencer realizes that she wants to take a timeout. Or Coach Snyder, rather, wants to take a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. It's a full. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline, watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
(38-34) Lady Trojans with the basketball. 47 seconds, as you can see there on this one. And the Trojans need a bucket and another stop. They've put some pressure on the Grizzlies in backcourt, and it's caused some turnovers. They can't handle that pressure. I'm sure that's what that timeout was for Coach Snyder, trying to discuss how to break that pressure. Trojans going to try to inbound a play. Looks like they discussed everything in that huddle but what inbound play they were going to run. Flaherty pushing her way in there. They get it. She'll go up. How is that not a foul? Holy mackerel. Right over the top of the back of Kaylin Flaherty. That is a bad miss. And other than the floor, it'll be a foul. It'll send the Grizzlies to the free throw line to shoot 2. That is frustrating. It's on Gabby, her 4th. And at the free throw line is going to be Stewart. And she's perfect on the night from the charity stripe. 5 for 5.
Checking back in for the Grizzlies, number 22, Labette.
2.2 seconds to play. Stewart at the free throw line to shoot her second. Made them all. Trojans need to get one up in a hurry. Valley, 34 seconds. Jada, kick to JoJo. Sands, back to JoJo. Trojans don't have one up, 25 seconds. You don't have time for this. Other end of the floor, looking to drive. Now kick on the right wing, rather. And it's thrown away. Well, to go down there and not get one up in 16 seconds or so of game time is frustrating. Galen picks up her third personal foul. And so Bevins at the free throw line to shoot 2. She missed the first one. Here comes the second one from Bevins. That was good. Coach, we're going to take a quick timeout. 41-34. 7 points back to one of the largest leads. Trojans trailed by as many as 10. Closed it within 6 at the end of the third, but right now trail by 7 with 16.2 seconds to play. Coach always coaching. We have a boys game coming up in just a little bit. And of course, I mentioned this is our last broadcast of 2018. What an exciting 2018 we have had. Highlight, I would say, would be going and broadcasting state softball. And at the time, the most watched broadcast on Girard Sports Live, and one of the most exciting broadcasts I've ever had in my career was that semifinal game with Baldwin.
Yeah.
And did not go the way we wanted it to go, but that was probably the highlight for me of 2018, and obviously football season that was okay. A low light would be that football game at Parsons about a month ago.
You like that scaffolding I came up with there,
BJ? It's just cold. I'm not a cold guy. I don't like being cold.
You're not a heights guy either.
41-34. Trojans got to get down and get one up. Jada going to drive. Try to get contact. She'll get the scoop. Coach gets another quick timeout. And he takes a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it. 41-36. Not sure if time's on his side, but we'll take it 30. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on your own for Girard Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
A yellow flag on your team is bad, but a yellow tag on your favorite new flooring or furniture, now that's awesome. Get to Derail Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. Renew the look of your home with steep discounts on all in-stock carpet, vinyl, hardwood, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile flooring. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. Kick off your fall with new flooring and furniture during the yellow tag inventory clearance sale at Derail Commodity, with locations in Joplin, Butler, and Fayette, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Get your pants tucked in. Get your shirt tucked in there, Brad. Good. Good shot of that. 41-36. Trojans going to put some pressure on. Down by 5. Get a quick steal in a bucket. You never know. They'll get it in for Smith, and a quick foul. That was going to be deny if they get the inbound foul immediately, and that's what they do. Gabby's going to foul out of this ball game.
Happy late birthday to Gabby Sands, by the way.
Oh, yeah? No consolation to her that she held scoreless in this game and fouls out. I'm sure that's not one she'll like to talk about. But Smith to the free throw line, bricks it and rolls in. Things have gotten better for the Grizzlies. From the field anyways. Tons of turnovers, but still able to survive here. Second one's no good by Smith, cleared by Bailey. 4.5, Trojans got to throw one up. JoJo will pull the trigger on one at the buzzer, and it goes down, so it'll make it look better in the books. And it was a good one. JoJo pulls the trigger on that one. And so the final score is going to be 42-39. Lady Trojans fall for the first time here tonight this season. Moved to 3-1 on the year. And we will discuss this one. Pretty entertaining game all in all for these two teams. But you see that final score, 42-39. Lady Trojans fall here to the Labette County Grizzlies. And we'll talk about it next. We return on the Leah Smith Agency post-game show. That shot, by the way, going to be our shot of the game, brought to you by hit of the game, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If the deer ends up hitting you like JoJo just knocked down that three at the buzzer, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw for refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. And, of course, the post-game show is brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. We'll be back to talk about this one next. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. The Girard Lady Trojans falling here in a tough one, 42-39 to the Labette County Lady Grizzlies on the road. First loss of the season for Girard. And joining us in just a moment will be the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. First, let's take a look at your final numbers in this one for the Lady Grizzlies. Led in scoring and led by all scorers by 14 points for Haley Bevins, as she kind of got hers when she needed to get them, had some big shots from deep, and 14 points for her. It's a tall, lengthy guard for them. 8 points from Carson Stewart, including going 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. 7 points for Peyton Smith, 5 points for Anna Dean, 3 points for Justice Brackney, 2 points for Lacey Strickland, 2 for Sydney Stice for the Grizzlies. For the Lady Trojans, unofficially, 8 points from Kaylin Flaherty to pace the Lady Trojans, 8 points from JoJo Ferguson, including a 3 there at the buzzer to close the gap a little bit. 5 from Jada Valley, 4 from Faith Poland, 4 from Britley Bailey, 3 from Kinsey Smith, 2 from Drake Worrell, and 1 from Michaela Osmus. Points were in short supply tonight for both these teams as the Lady Trojans do fall to 3-1 on the year. They'll be back at it coming up in the new year and trying to bounce back from this one, but that's a pretty good Labette County team they just played, and we will talk to Coach Herlocker in just a moment. The Lady Trojans, they did trail early on 4-0. Got their first lead with 2:37 to go in the first quarter, 5-4. led back and forth. It went there at the end of the first quarter. They trailed by 1 after 1, and then got the lead 15-14 in the second quarter, led by as many as 3. 3 would be their largest lead of the ball game. And then Labette County grabbed the lead back at the buzzer at the end of halftime on a 3-point bucket by Bevins with 21-18 was their halftime score. Came into the third quarter, and this is kind of what did the Trojans in. A 9-0 run by the Grizzlies in the first portion of that third quarter. Trojans were able to trim that back down to 6 going into the fourth and got it down to within 4 several times, but never closed the gap more than that. It always stayed right around 4, and then 42-39 your final score. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Urlacher, when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
McClelland Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClelland Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClelland Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClelland and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClelland Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClelland Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Trojan boys warming up out there on the floor, getting ready for their matchup against the Labette County Grizzlies. We'll talk about that one in just a little bit when we kick off a pregame show, but still here in the Leah Smith Agency postgame show, talking to the head girls basketball coach of the Girard Trojans, Brad Urlacher. And Coach, that's a game there that you just played and kept pace with a pretty good team. They're the latest rankings, they're number 5 in Class 4A, and they go deep, they go long on the perimeter as well. And all in all, you guys were able to keep pace with them, had the lead for a little bit in that ball game, but just a little too much to handle tonight.
Yeah, you know, girls came out with a lot of energy, and I thought that somewhere in that third quarter we kind of lost that for a second and gave them a little bit of a lead. And when you play a good team like this, it's hard to dig all the way back into it. We tried digging back in several times. Ball wouldn't roll our way, or, you know, a foul would happen, or, you know, their size would get us, and they would go ahead and end up, you know, getting that offensive rebound. They kind of killed us on the boards, I think, there in that second half. And I would say at the end of the day, that was probably the difference.
Coming into this season, you and I have talked a ton about it. It's not, you know, trying to figure out who you are. You got to form an identity, and you've had 4 games to try to do it a little bit. And if I said to you, you're going to be 3-1 going into Christmas, and your one loss is a 3-point loss at Labette County, probably feel okay about that.
I feel real good about it. I love these girls. I tell you what, they play their tails off every single night for us, and because of that, we've been in every single game. You know, we just didn't hit some key shots, didn't make some key plays. But I tell you what, we were turning the ball over on a pretty good team over and over again. I don't know how many turnovers they had, but that was an advantage for us. We didn't, you know, we got to turn those into points, and we just didn't always do that. But can't say enough. You know, 5'11", 6 foot. 3 6-footers in their starting lineup, and we're not real tall. And boy, those girls battled, and our post scored quite a bit.
That Caleb Flaherty had 8 points in this ball game. as you kind of look at your team and, mentioning you trying to develop and see what you got, what do you have? You kind of have an idea going into the Christmas break now. Do you get to change a little bit of what you thought coming into the season based on these first 4 outings?
Well, you always do. You've got to be adapting. You've got to add wrinkles to the game, especially, we're going to play a double round robin of the CNC, and so, you don't want to be, whatever you do that first time, you don't want to be completely the same the second time because, we do a good job of scouting each other in the CNC, and if everybody's the same thing the second time around, boy, they're gonna know every move you're making, and so you've got to have some wrinkles. You got to have some things. At the end of the day, I think our overall identity's not going to change. It all begins, as I tell them at the end of every pregame, it all begins and ends with defense, and we've got to bring defense every night. We hope that we make enough plays that we can stay in that basketball game and have an opportunity to win at the end. Thought we had that tonight. We just came up a little short.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate your time. Tough loss here today, but 3-1 on the season going into Christmas break. We appreciate your time as always. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and enjoy your time off. I'm sure you won't have a lot of it, but back at it on January 4th. Appreciate your time as always.
Thank you, BJ, and thanks to all the sponsors that make this happen.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. That'll do it for our postgame coverage of the girls' game. Lady Trojans fall here 42-29 to move to 3-1 on the season. Trojan men getting ready to get things going in just a little bit. We will talk more about that game when we return on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud sponsor of Girard Athletics. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Or make sure you sign up and get your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Coach's interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust as well. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll talk about it next on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Trojan men warming up. The officials hopefully warming up a little bit as well. Trojan men stretching out, trying to get ready for this one. Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. The Girard Trojans going to take on the Labette County Grizzlies. Let's break down this game for you just a little bit. As the Trojan men come into this contest at 3-0. They are 1-0 in CNC action. This, of course, a non-conference matchup in this game today. The Trojans' latest KFBCA rankings, number 1 team in Class 3A. A win over a Parsons team that was ranked 3 in 4A at the time, and then that number 3 team in 4A that you beat goes and beats the number 1 team in 3A, Wichita Collegiate. Makes you look pretty darn good. And so got to prove it a little bit, and certainly don't want to let down here in this one against the Labette County Grizzlies. Trojans, of course, coming off that win against Galena, a grinder the other night. They started out on a 6-0 run and then led by as many as 17 at halftime, 31-14. That was without Caleb Muya. Really only had 4 points. Sat on the bench, got plenty of breaks in that one. They led by as many as 20 in the third quarter of the Trojans, but then the Bulldogs start to chip away a little bit, tried to pull that thing and get it interesting. It got down to within 10, 47-37 late, but the Trojans did what they needed to do in the second half, hit their free throws, went 9 of 13 from the free throw line in the ball game, and finished the win 53-39. Led to the victory, 12 points from Ryder World, 12 points from Caleb Muya in that one. Trojans are being led by Muya right now, who's averaging 24.3 points per ball game. Muya also leading them in turnovers, so got to take better care of the basketball, but he just has the ball so much in his hands, and so that's bound to happen. Leads him in rebounds per game as well. He's averaging a double-double with 10 rebounds per game. Hot on his heels, Carter Doherty with 7 rebounds per game, and so that's exactly what the Trojans want in those two fellas, to go up and grab some boards. Got to shoot better free throws all around. Everybody does. Caleb especially, 10 of 21, 48% from the free throw line. That's an area certainly he can improve on in his game. Their opponent tonight, the Labette County Grizzlies, 1-5 and 0-2 here in SEK play. Again, not a conference game, but they have already got 6 games under the belt. Trojans only with 3. It seems kind of crazy, but they're coming off a 37-59 loss to Fort Scott on Friday, led in that loss by Ethan Jamison. Jamison, a 6-foot sophomore. The Grizzlies, not a ton of experience. 1 senior, 2 seniors, and 3 seniors in the starting lineup, but that's it on the roster, really. And then they do have a sophomore and a junior that start, and a little undersized perhaps as well. Only 1 player at 6'3", a couple at 6'2", and then that's about it. So Trojans might have a little bit of a size advantage, which is rare for them, and should want to get out in transition in this Labette County team that is struggling to score the basketball. That's a preview of this ball game here tonight. The Trojan men going to take on Labette County Grizzlies. We'll step away, take another quick break. We come back. Starting lineups, keys to the game, opening tip-off from Labette County, the Trojans and the Grizzlies tonight on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays, 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
Before surgery, I was having a lot of problems just walking. That was the main reason for doing it, and just to feel better, to be able to enjoy life. Dr. Latchman and her team are fantastic. I really feel like I've been given a second chance at life.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
A yellow flag on your team is bad, but a yellow tag on your favorite new flooring or furniture, now that's awesome. Get to Derailed Commodity for huge savings during their yellow tag inventory clearance sale. Renew the look of your home with steep discounts on all in-stock carpet, vinyl, hardwood, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile flooring. Even in-stock furniture is on sale. Kick off your fall with new flooring and furniture during the Yellow Tag Inventory Clearance Sale at Derailed Commodity, with locations in Joplin, Butler, and Fayette, Missouri, as well as Independence and Brazelton, Kansas.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Back out here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. BJ Harris, Dale Shireman here. Time to take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Style is Carlos Sands, Robin Hawkins, or even Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First up for the Grizzlies, 1-5, 0-2. To be number 13, Anthony Lee, 6-foot senior. Number 14, Seth Jones, a 6'1 senior. Number 23, Ethan Jamison, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 23, Nathan Smith, a 6'2 junior. And number 30, Clayton Moore, a 6'3 senior. They're coached by longtime head coach Brad Smith. For the Trojan men, 3-0 on the season. Number 4, Ryder Worrell, 5'11 junior, averaging 10.7 points per ball game. Number 10, Caleb Muya, 6'3 senior, averaging 24.3 points per contest. Number 12, Dylan Collins, a 6'1 senior, averaging 9.3 points per game. Had a great first half the other night, got quieted down a little bit. Number 50, Evan Troike, a 5'10 senior, averaging 5.3 points per contest. And number 55, Carter Doherty, 6'5 senior, averaging 7.7 points per contest, 7 rebounds as well per game. And, of course, the Trojans are coached by Rod Westcott. You'll see the back of him a bunch tonight from our beautiful vantage point we've been given here at Labette County. And assistants are Dean David and Dave Lutke. In this one, Trojan men trying to get a win over Labette County Grizzlies here to move to 4-0 on this young season and try to defend that number 1 ranking. Dale, keys to the game is brought to you by the Bender on 7. Key to satisfying your appetite is to stop by the Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become a Girard favorite. Close tonight. Tomorrow, though, get your chance to rev up Taco Tuesday.
Tacos.
Bender on 7. Dine in, call for a pickup, or call 620-724-4860.
Well, I think the key to the game is going to be Caleb Muya. Caleb Muya gets his rebounds, gets his points. I think Girard coats.
Well, I'm sure that's a key for the Grizzlies as well. We'll take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll come back and get you going here in this one. The Trojans and the Grizzlies tonight on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Wonderful rendition of the national anthem. Here's why I don't show it. And I didn't know this until sometime with video. But if you have this on YouTube or whatever, it'll show up as using copyrighted material. One time we had a video that we couldn't air because somebody used Whitney Houston's national anthem, and it flagged us. So unfortunately, we didn't get to hear that. But that's two back-to-back very good performances by a couple of young ladies. Once at Galena there, and then at this one here in Labette County. So some talent certainly here in southeast Kansas. Trojan men getting ready to take on the Labette County Grizzlies. And don't have any matchups going on around the area, but we'll tell you our upcoming matchups. Oh, getting into it, isn't he? And we're going to wrap things up here on this. Will be our last broadcast again of 2018, and then we get going in 2019 on January 4th at home against Columbus. And then the Trojans host Riverton on January 8th, and then Frontenac on January 11th, and then we're into the Wilson County Classic in the midseason tournaments. And so things kind of ramp up pretty quickly in January as we get started on those. And so the Trojan men would love to go into that stretch there at 4-0. Area matchups brought to you by the Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timken bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. Shot of the game brought to you by Kim Kravitz Photo. Look at the boys' ones. We look at this one. And that was at last time we were in Labette County. The street there at Parsons, and a great look at it. And that was you could have got that shot a bunch of times tonight, as Kaylin was doing a nice job on the glass when she could, and she led them in scoring with 8 points as well. And so the good shot there by Kim Kravitz Photo, a boutique photography studio specializing in high school senior pictures and sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com or call 620-704-7474. Trojans and the Grizzlies inside this historic den. There's Coach Smith right there, shaking hands with beautiful Dave Lutke. Get a look at him. Told Dave not to stand up in front of us. What's he do first thing? Stand up in front of us. And we're getting this thing underway. Starting tip-off, rather, is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. What do you think, Parter?
When's the last time Girard Trojans have been ranked number one in the state?
Oh, it was only a few years ago with David and that crew. I believe they made it to number one at some point. I believe so. Yeah. Certainly in the top five then. But got to back it up. This is a place. This is a perfect storm. Coach Westcott been doing this long enough that ranking comes out. You know you can't protect your kids from knowing that. And then you go to a 1-5 Labette County team on the road right before Christmas break. And does not bode well. So success early on, I think, is going to be crucial for the Trojans. Skying up as Muya to win the opening toss, and here we go. Up the floor, Trojans going to win it. On the left side, for Ryder Whirl. Speedy Ryder Whirl through Duarte. Over to Troike. Trojans going to operate here in the half court. Evan driving, lost it a couple of times. Somehow got it back, and it'll stay with the Trojans. Whirl on the right wing. Through Muya. Long possession here, 30 seconds into it. Outside for Carter Doherty. To the corner from Muya. He'll explode in the paint, drive through, elevate, and be called for some contact. And great first step there from Caleb Muya to get to where he could elevate and have a look at one.
It's so quick off that just step.
Lightning fast. First one's no good. Second one's up. Missed them both. Rebound, though, by Troike. Back to Caleb. Caleb will roll it in with the right hand. Good offensive board there for Troike. And Muya will get the Trojans on the board first, 2-0. Nearly a minute into this one. On the right wing. And immediately, a number I don't have on my list. Russell McCarty. Nope. Nathan Smith. Afraid you might be on a number off and writing these down.
Great.
We'll figure it out. Trojan basketball going the other way around. Down inside to the big fella, Doherty. Shot no good, but tracked down by Troike. He'll go up with the right hand, no good, but he is fouled. And so he'll go to the free throw line here too. Troike. First one's on the way, swish for Evan. Trojans lead 3-0. Just those two, no problems. Good job. This is the second one. Back on defense on the right wing for Smith. Smith facing. Give it away to Lee. Lee at the elbow. Back over to the right wing for Smith. Switch there. A good look at a three and a wide open look at one. Trojans did not switch, and just like that, Labette County in front 3-2, or 3-3 rather. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Trojans here with 6:07 to go in this first quarter. Move it around. Collins give to Troike, spinning. Now kick, back out, and a travel going to be called on Muya. Three-year score now in this one. Top of the key for Smith. Give it up for Jones. And Jones will bring it back around to the top of the key. Hand off for Smith. Smith to drive, and a foul going to be called on Muya. That's got to be a game plan too. The shorts for Labette County has this like effect on them, but it just makes them look dirty.
Yeah, that's what I looked at the first time. I was like, man, they've been out in the...
They didn't wash their shorts very well. It's neat if you see it, but it's hard to see. Smith, top of the key, he'll drive. Elevate, blocked. Going the other way. Collins dribbling through traffic. Give way for Troike. Troike floats at Muya, trying to get it to go. Can't get it. That was pretty nifty. Didn't work. Other end they go for Lee. Lee, pop top of the key. Give way for Jones. He'll direct traffic. Knotted up at 3 apiece. Ryder World trying to poke that ball out. Carried it. Got away with it. Drive. Dish from Smith. Baseline jumper. Good on the swish by Clayton Moore. And so the Grizzlies now do lead 5-3. Muya holds right wing. Give to the corner for Collins. Up at 2, Rural. Wide open look at a 3, no good. Ryder will try to track down his shot. Can't get there in time. And now here come the Grizzlies. Lee with it. Top of the key. Calling for a screen. Doesn't have it. Ryder will get out on him. Tenacious defender. Trying to throw down inside for Moore. Nowhere to go with it. Asking for a screen himself. Pick and roll out there. Fires a 3, no good. Skying up to get it. Through the body is Jones. All through the body of Collins. No call, but they do call it out of bounds off the Grizzlies, and the Trojans back with the basketball. We're going to run the point here for Girard. Moving from right to left. Troike to the elbow. Back outside, Ryder. And they'll reset here with Evan to the corner. Zane Henderson, who's just into the ball game, he looks to drive, and it's going to be a charge against Henderson, I believe.
Moving screen, I think, is what they're going to get him with there.
Foul there. Caden Lallman getting ready to come to the ball game, and the Grizzlies throw it away. Swing and a miss there from the announcer. Lallman.
He asked me how to pronounce that.
You didn't do a very good job of explaining it.
Did I or didn't I?
No, must not have. To the right side, Henderson. Kick from Worrell. Henderson, he'll fire a 3. Shot no good. Rebound, Worrell, he'll get it back. Back around. Henderson to Worrell. Worrell trying to pick a spot. Muya, they have packed things down deep. That ball partially tipped. They're going to call foul against Grizzlies, against Anthony Lee. 13. His first. So, Falkenstein will check into the ball game, and a foul going to be called immediately on the Grizzlies. And Lallman just checked into the ball game. He's caused both those fouls. They've grabbed Caden both times. Muya to inbound. Get it in for Worrell to Lallman. On the left wing for Lawley. Henderson trying to enter pass. Here's another 3 by Henderson. That one's rimmed out, no good, but a foul going to be called against Lallman this time. His first team foul. Number 2 on the Trojans. There's a near steal by Troike. Collins going to check back into the ball game for the Trojans. Out goes Worrell. 2:35 to play here in this first quarter. Trojans down by 2 in a low-scoring affair. This one's playing out just for the Grizzlies. They'd like to play in the half court a little bit. They certainly don't want to let the Trojans run. They've got a little bit of length on them. There's a rebound and a put back up by Jones. Jones' first one. And it's a 4-point game, the largest lead for anybody. Troike. Big way. Over from Muya. To Henderson. Troike, fire. 3, no good. Trojans are jacking up threes. Not sure how many touches even Caleb Muya's had. There's a steal going the other way. Caleb in transition, give to Collins, elevates, off the glass and good. Nice first bucket of the ball game for Dylan Collins. Stops this little run from the Grizzlies. 7-0 run, in fact. And another turnover by Labette County. Henderson going to check out of the ball game. Lolleman will check out as well. Back in comes Carter Doherty and Dylan Collins. Minute 23 to go first quarter. 7-5, a low-scoring one. Through Doherty. Threw it away. Going to the other end of the floor. Carter trying to block it. They'll throw it down. Ethan Jamison throws down the dunk with authority. I think they lied on their heights. Thought they called timeout. Both coaches looked at each other. Did you call it? No, I didn't call it. Did you call it? No, I didn't call it. Official called it. 9-5. That was a really good pass on a steal. Coach double checks. Make sure I did not get charged for that timeout. Pressure going to be applied here in the backcourt. Help will come from Doherty. Over to Troike, and he'll bring it up the floor. Evan to drive, trying to pick his way through, and a foul going to be called on the floor. What? 3-second violation against the Trojans.
It's not the start we were looking for.
Certainly not. Turnovers coming like crazy. Under a minute to play now in this first quarter. Near steal, loose ball, to be determined. Still, Trojans get it. Muya, Caleb with it, trying to make something happen. Muya, only 2 points. Here's Worrell, he'll be fouled, and let's see if they give him a shot. They're going to say it's on the floor. Foul's going to be called against Falkenstein, his second. Team foul number 5 on the Grizzlies. Back in comes Nathan Smith.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 31, senior Riley Sorrell.
Sorrell going to check back into the ball game, or in the ball game, his first action. 6-foot senior. Worrell driving, kick, back outside, and reverse it around. Over to Muya. Screen comes from Doherty. Give and go. Doherty, good hands. Doherty tries to throw something up, nothing good. And rebound out of there by Jameson, and here come the Grizzlies. Lee. Tight D there on the Trojans. Smith had one. He'll go baseline. Wrap around. Up by Moore. Good. 6-point lead for the Grizzlies. 6 seconds and a carry going to be called on Evan Troike. This is one to forget for the Trojans. .5 seconds to play now. Trojans need to stop here. You cannot give up even more momentum than you already have in this one. Lee will shake off Worrell. He'll force one up. Good defense by Ryder. And that's the end of the first quarter. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
(11-5), Trojans down by 6. As we head into the second quarter of action in this one. I told Dave that he's not in your way. He's in my way.
Well, I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Grizzlies will have the ball here to start this second quarter. Little runner by Smith, though. Good rebound, Muya. Trojans need to get out and run a little bit. There they go, Muya in transition. He'll try to blow past them with the layup. No good. That was a good move, though. Just couldn't get high enough off the rim, off the backboard to get it. Going the other way. Grizzlies to the corner. Entry pass trying to go downside. Loose ball. Trojans get it again. Now they got transition. Now they have numbers. 2-on-2 at least. Little runner by Troike. Good. And the foul. Nice take by Evan Troike. And his first field goal of the ball game. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And the Trojans chance to trim this lead back down to 3. And he does. If you can withstand that poor start to get some momentum back here in this first half, you'll feel a lot better if you're the Trojans. Trying to get that trap in the corner. Good defense there by Girard. Lease get past far side for Moore. That's Sorrell, rather. Outside. Ryder and Troike with the steal. Worrell with the right-hand layup. Good. There's a timeout by Coach Smith. That's not the way he wanted to start this second quarter. He wanted to keep the pressure on. Trojans have trimmed the lead back to within 1. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
11-10, Trojans bursting out of the quarter break. Trim the lead back down to 1. Girard led early on, but the Grizzlies went on a 7-0 run. Led 11-5 at the end of the first quarter. Right now, 11-10. Trojans a little token pressure. There's a steal. Henderson throw it out for Worrell. Ryder in transition. He didn't have the numbers, so the Trojans will be patient with it. Good. Troike set, fire, 3. Good! And the Trojans are back in front with 6:32 to play in the half. On a 3-point bucket by Evan Troike. There's another steal by Worrell. Here he goes. Ryder poked out. And last touch out of bounds off of the Trojans. Worrell will check out. In comes Caden Lallman for him. Heston into the ball game. 5'6" freshman checks in for the Grizzlies. Number 3 there. Camera. Troike in transition. On the steal. Threw it away. Not taking care of the basketball. And really, either team is very well. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Smith. He wants a timeout. We'll take it along with him. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
McClelland Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClelland Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClelland Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClelland and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClelland Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClelland Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athlete.
Here we go, Grizzlies with the basketball as we come out of the timeout. Heston to go bring it up the floor. So he's got to deal with Ryder Whirl. Ryder's like, man, you guys are going to let me get that physical with you. I'll take it. Drop off inside more. Battling Henderson. Oh. It's a tough break there against Zane. Zane's had a pretty good defensive half. We're going to call it on his first rather.
Looked pretty clean to me.
I had him for a foul already. Here's Moore. First one short. Yeah. Me too. We are slightly biased. Moore got the second one to rattle in. Back to 1 point game. 13-12. Trojans need to be able to operate in the half court. They've gotten a lot of buckets off transition. Not as much luck here in the half court. Henderson to Lallman. Lallman, skip pass, backside whirl. Ryder trying to dive in there, nowhere to go with it, to the corner. Henderson, Troike, catch, thought about it, now he'll drive. Evan, kick out, Ryder, baseline, jumper on the way, no good. And a good stop for Labette County. Here come the Trojans. Ball's out of bounds, coming right down the bullet, wasn't it?
I had it.
That's the only one we got with us, bud. Camera goes, we go. We go to audio-only broadcast. You can take out for the night.
I've got my over half in. We can.
Yeah. So, Trojans back with it after the turnover by the Grizzlies. To the corner. Moving through Duarte. Screen by Carter. Back away. Way outside. And a turnover by the Trojans. Pressure still being applied by the Trojans. Kick to the left corner, elevate, and a foul going to be on that by Caden on the closeout. Made contact. That's a no-no on Ethan Jamison. He knocked down his first three he took tonight. He had 5 points in the first quarter, nothing, but he'll shoot three. So Caden will pick up his second personal foul. Team foul number 4 on the Trojans, and the first one no good by Jamison. Here's the second one from Jamison. Oh, no good. Missed him. This foul's starting to turn out looking better and better every second. Troike gets a quick break. Caden will come out. Smallman sits down. Here's the third one. Missed all three. Tough one there for Jamison. Trojans back with it. 4:39 to go in this first half. Here's a three by Ryder. Whirl, no good. And a foul going to be called. I think against Doherty, maybe. No, going to be called against Moore, I believe. So who they got? No, they get Jamison away from the ball. His first, team foul number 7, so that should be shooting 1-1. Who did he foul?
I think they grabbed Ryder.
Yeah. That's good. Put Ryder at the free throw line. World 12 points the other night. He went 5 for 6 from the charity stripe in that game against Galena. Front side of the 1-1 up and good. World on the season, 77%. It's by far the best percentage for the Trojans. There's the second one. You know why? Because he shot a bunch. Not in a game, in practice on his own. Going driving, up and under, nope, kick back outside. Look at the drive, and a walk can be called against the Grizzlies. Number 22, Adrian Lyons. Trojans matching their largest lead of this ball game. 3 points. Got a couple of good ones here. Baseline, Henderson. And that ball's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Collins getting ready to come back into the ball game for Girard. He'll replace Henderson. Sort things out, get everybody in and out of the ball game. Lions will check back out. Smith comes in for the Grizzlies. Worrell, another look at a three. This time it'll go in. Ryder Worrell's having himself a pretty good second quarter. He's got 7 points. Trojans' largest lead now is 6. That matches the largest lead for anybody, and a steal on the other end. Coach jumping up and down, saying get down the floor. He wanted the transition bucket. They didn't get it. Now the Trojans off for the half court. Here's Collins. He wants 3. It's good! Dylan Collins drops in a triple in the route, where the momentum is fully in favor of the Girard Trojans. They're up by 9 and a quick timeout by Coach Smith. Trojans have battled back after trailing 11-5. They have outscored the Grizzlies 10-1 in this second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
Advantages of this location. That's a look we will never get. Probably, I hope we don't have them again the rest of the year.
Never.
21-12. Trojans, again, they trail by 6 at the end of the first quarter. And they have outscored the Grizzlies 10-1. Including an 8-0 run right now that they're in the midst of. And foul going to be called against the Trojans, against Troike. And Evan will pick up his first personal. Team foul number 5 on the Trojans. Inbound to Heston. Trying to go with Smith. Nowhere to go. Heston way downtown. 3 up and good. You can bet if a 5'6" freshman checks into the ball game, that's what he's probably going to do. And that's what he did. 21-15. Driving. Troike nowhere to go with it. Here's Muya. They have collapsed on Caleb. Kick outside. Driving. Dish. Carter. Ryder, Troike, look, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Grizzlies. Good defense by Labette County. They have just collapsed in on Caleb Muya. Muya with 2 points in this first half. Hestan, kick back outside Smith, down the right corner. Three on the way by Jamison, no good. Knocked around, gathered up by Hestan. He'll fire another three. That one's no good. Rebound though by Moore. Knocked around, loose ball to be determined. Gathered up. Here's a three by Jameson. It's a three-point shooting contest. Carter says that's enough. Pulls it out of the sky, and here come the Trojans in transition. Side for Troike. Collins. Back around Troike. There's Muya on the left corner. There's a three, good! Ryder Whirl, we've always talked about it, needs to shoot earlier and often, and that's starting to work a little bit in favor of the Trojans. 24-15. Outside for Smith. Brown outside, now left side for the Grizzlies. Driving, lost off the foot, out of bounds. Off the foot of Seth Jones and back to the Trojans. Another good defensive stand by Girard. Grizzlies are going to put some pressure on here in the backcourt. We're just man up all the way down. 90 seconds to go first half. Trojans, what a good second quarter they've had. Backside, Muya got past there. Throws it down. Through, it should have been a lot of contact. Should have been a foul also, but they don't get that. But still throwing down the two-hand jam there. A good play. Trojans up by 11. Largest lead of the ball game. Driving Smith through. Doherty, good defense. Rebound by Moore, no good. And up in front they go. Stolen away by Hestan. He'll go the other side. Carter running. Trying to block it. He does! Carter with the stop. Here comes Collins. This is starting to get pretty fun. Back and forth they go. Letting them play a little bit, aren't they? Troike thought about it. Now he'll drive. Evan will elevate off the glass and good. Troike and Whirl have come to play here in the second quarter. Trojans lead by 13. After trailing by 6 at the end of one. 30 seconds to play. It's been a second quarter and an Andy. Heston way outside. Back over to the right corner for Smith. Nowhere to go with it. And a foul going to be called on Ryder Whirl with 22 seconds to play. Whirl will pick up his first, team foul number 6. Doherty will check out of the ball game. Heston working against Whirl. The way that Whirl plays defense, the fact that he only has one foul, that's awesome. Dump off inside Moore, poked away. Back into the corner. Here's Smith. That one's up, no good. Banked off. Here goes Muya. In a hurry, 5, 4, 3. Muya. And he's going to be fouled on the floor. He'll go shoot free throws. It's a good idea by Labette County to foul there. See who they get the foul on. They get it on Jones. His second, team foul number 8. Logan Thomas going to come to the ball game. Gabe Muya going to come to the ball game and preserve any fouls. Gabe's going to come in for the shooter.
Brothers.
Yep. Replace. Gabe needs to sit down. There's front side of the 1-on-1 rattled in by Caleb. Rigby Bourne going to come to the ball game as well. 6'1" sophomore going to get play. He'll come in and replace boy, hardcore. My shirt's untucked also. Can I still be here?
Mine's untucked too, buddy.
Yours came in. You came into the game tucked in, though.
I don't think he's big enough to make me tuck my head.
Here's the second one. No good by Muya, and that's the end of the first half. Well, the Trojans got going a little bit in that second quarter. 29-15. Trojans in front here at the break. We'll talk about it when we return as they hold on to their largest lead of the ball game. As we discuss it here on the GN Bank halftime show. GN Bank, Girard National Bank, formerly Girard National Bank, new name, but still providing customers with the same and highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll talk about this when we return on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers. There we go. Look at the halftime score, 29-15. The Girard Trojans on top here in that beautiful wood dome here inside this gym at Labette County High School. Trojans lead at 29-15. Don't let that score fool you. It has been anything but that for most of this game, but the Trojans came out like gangbusters in the second quarter. Let's take a look at our Kennard Eye Care Eye on the game. Thanks to the support from their community, Kennard Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. They have locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. And the Trojans start out this game leading 3-3. The Grizzlies tied it on a three-point bucket by Ethan Jamison, his only three of the game. And all his points came in that first quarter. Labette County grabbed their first lead, 5-3, in the midst of a 7-0 run. And the Trojans scored late in the first quarter to make it a 6-point game, 11-5. That was the largest lead of the ball game for the Grizzlies. It stayed that way. And then the Trojans just got going in the second quarter. They trimmed that lead down, took the lead with 6:32 to go in the half, 13-11, and never looked back. That was in the midst of an 8-0 run. That eventually outscored them 10-1 at that point as well. The Grizzlies called a timeout with 3:29 to go, but the Trojans were not done yet, and they kept on going. Ended up outscoring the Grizzlies 14-4 in the second quarter. They go 5-9 for the free throw line as well to end up with the lead here at the break, 29-15. Again, the Trojans 3-0 on the season. The Grizzlies 1-5, but pretty good 1-5 team. They played some competition so far here in this first early going of this season. Halftime numbers, leading all scores right now, Ryder Worrell shooting the ball. We talk about all the time, Dale. If he shoots, that makes it, that first or second one goes in, confidence gets there, and it's on at that point. And Ryder with 10, 9 from Evan Choyke. This is the second time in 2 games that Caleb Muya was held to 4 points in the first half the other night. Trojans led it by 17. He was held by 5 points tonight. They lead by 14. And it's one thing for the Trojans to be good. It's another thing for them to be good without Caleb having to score much.
Right, and I talked about that earlier. That was going to be the keys to the game. that if Caleb Muya got his points, we'd be all right. But you know what? Ryder Whirl and Troyke have stepped up and playing some great ball. And, Labette came in wanting to slow down Muya. Everyone knows Muya. He's well known around the community. Everyone's going to try to stop him, and everyone else has to just step up. And that's exactly what Ryder Whirl and Troyke have done tonight.
Well, they have to step up and hit threes because that'll soften things up inside the middle, and that'll allow Caleb to go up there and get those second chance opportunities and pull those boards down. And that's what happened, 4 threes in that first half for the Girard Trojans as they do lead it here at the break, 29-15. We'll step away, take another quick break here on the GM Bank Halftime Show. Come back, we'll talk about that girls game a little bit. We'll let you know where to find us in 2019 when we return on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kennard Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Trojans lead it here at the break, 29-15, 14-point lead over the Labette County Grizzlies here on the road, trying to close out 2018 at 4-0 and go in with some momentum into the Christmas break. Lady Trojans not able to do exactly that, but they should feel pretty good about things, really. The Trojans women 3-1 on the season. They coming off a tough loss just a moment ago, 42-39, one where they really kept pace. It was a lull of about 2.5 minutes in the goodness. That ratings will go down in a hurry.
I tell you what, a big close-up of Coach Wutke, and down go the ratings. I tell you.
Some people are eating supper.
We apologize about that view, but everyone out there, we appreciate you listening and watching us.
Lady Trojans fall 42-39, a game where, again, they just had a little lull in the third quarter, about 2.5 minutes. A 10-0 run, they couldn't. A 9-0 run, it couldn't stop it. They got down by 10 and had to claw their way back. 3-point bucket by JoJo Ferguson at the buzzer kind of made it that 3-point game. It was 6 there late. Again, we're back in action coming up on January the 4th in the new year, as we will go back to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Back-to-back games there to get things started. Friday, June 4th, Tuesday, June 8th, and then at Frontenac on Friday, January 11th. I was saying June, January. I cannot fast forward to June, I promise you. I'm not ready for that.
That's
and then January 14th, we begin the Wilson County Classic. We will have all that action for you from the Wilson County Classic midseason tournament right here on Girard Sports Live. And then it's fully into CNC play. We have 2 non-conference games after that at Anderson County and at home against Oswego. Looking forward to that road trip February 1st to Garnett.
I know a place we can stop on the way by.
Yeah. On the way back. On the way to or fro?
Both.
29-15. Trojans have the lead. That's one of those that, if you're Girard, you almost didn't want that halftime to come, because if you don't come, then you can keep that momentum going. Instead, they have to take a halftime break. We'll see if they can pick up right where they left off in the second half of this one. Trojans will have the basketball as we get things started. Troy with 9 points in that first half. Most of them in the second quarter. Trojans, running in the half court has been the issue. Have not been able to get the looks they want with Caleb. And he'll give way to Collins. Collins quiet offensively. Here's Whirl. Nowhere to go. Down inside. Doherty shakes him off and comes out to get it high. I'm sure Coach worked on the half court quite a bit in that break. Troy going to move it around. Working, making the Grizzlies work now here. Find a gap. Elevate. Muya, good. Get him just a little bit closer, and he can flush him down. 31-15, the largest lead for the Trojans now as they continue to grow it to 16. Outside for Smith. Back around Lee. Lee will try to drive. Nowhere to go with it. Kick back out Smith. Pumping is Jones. Jones pulls it back down. Back outside Smith. He wants to drive. He'll elevate for a long 2, up and good. Smith pulled the trigger on a bunch. That's his first field goal. That stops that long run for the Trojans. Again, they outscored them 14-4 in the second quarter. Doherty will face, backing, kick, corner, 3, Troike, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by Lee, and here come the Grizzlies. To the right side, Smith, corner for Jamison. Dump off inside, nowhere to go with it. Kick back out, and a 3 by Seth Jones. And they start to hit some threes here. After an 11-point game, it was 16 a moment ago. Doherty into the paint, big fella, elevates off the glass, good. Carter's first bucket of the ball game, 33-20. Smith out high, guarded by Muya. Trying to drive, spinning in there's Jameson, nowhere to go with him, he's fouled. Or that's Jones, rather. Caden Lolleman going to check back into the ball game. Collins picks up his first personal foul. Team foul number 1 on the Trojans. Jameson inbound, gets it in the corner. Move it back around. Smith, Lee. 5:42 to go, third quarter. Trojans lead at 33-20. Driving is Jones. Kick for Lee outside. Smith nowhere to go with it. Jameson will drive. Blocked from behind. He gets it back, though. Puts it up and in. That's Smith, rather. Smith's got 4 points. All here in this third quarter. 33-22. Back to 11-point contest. Troike all alone, another 3. Lets it go. Good! Evan Troike's second triple of the ball game. He's got 12 points. And the Trojans back in front by 14. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Trying to answer right back is Jameson. Rattled off, no good. Big fella clears the boards. Here comes Muya in transition. Off to Whirl. Ryder. Skip pass, far side Lolleman. Back around Troike. Evans says, why not?
He's on fire now.
Yep, feed the beast. 17 points now, the largest lead of the ball game for the Trojans. The outside game gets going. The inside game will be unstoppable for the Trojans. Back on the other side for Smith. Trojans are doing it on both ends of the floor, too, for the most part. Lee jumped on cue. Troike almost made me look real good, trying to drive. And it's blocked from behind by Doherty, but gathered back up. And up and good by Moore. Trojans wanted to travel on that last one. Didn't get it. Moving screen going to be called against the Trojans, against Carter. Carter comes late on those screens and kind of hops into him. And that time he gets called for it. Every time I see Carter come off the floor, I think how good he would look as an offensive tackle at the next level. If there's nobody recruiting that kid, they need to figure it out. Athletic, big, can hold some more weight. Pretty good basketball player, too. He'll sit down and get a quick break. Trojans going the other way, and a travel to be called on Evan Troike. Looks to the sideline for confirmation. Gets it. (39-24) Trojans in front. 3:50 to play. Smith. Back around the horn they go. Left side for Sorrell. He lost it. Troike up in front for Ryder Whirl. Ryder has to pull it down and take the shot. Muya cleaning the glass. Up and good. Muya has 9 now. Trojans lead at 41-24. Foul going to be called on Lallman. It'll be his third. Collins will have to come get him. Team foul number 3 on the Trojans as well. 3:24 to go in this third quarter. Trojans trailed by 6 after 1 and outscored the Grizzlies 14-4 in the second. They've tried to keep that pressure on here in this third. Get it in. Loose ball nearly gathered up. Sorrell will come away with it. Off to Moore. Moore's trapped in the corner. Back to Sorrell. Reverse it around. Back to Sorrell. He'll set his feet. Fire a 3. No good off the back iron. Rebound pulled out of there by Jones. Dylan Collins going to get tangled up with him. They're going to call foul?
They call foul on Collins.
Collins picks up his second personal foul. Team foul number 4 on the Trojans. Going to be on the floor. Here's Lee to inbound. To the corner for Sorrell. Trying to wrap around. Loose ball. And that's going to be a jump ball. Looks identical to what just happened.
Darn.
It's in favor of the Grizzlies on the alternating possession. .304 to play here in this third quarter. 41-24. Trojans in front, matching their largest lead of the ball game at 17. Down deep. Here's Smith. Kick. Jameson. Elevate. 3. No good. And rebound knocked out of bounds by Muya. It'll stay with the Grizzlies. No need to mic him.
Nope.
Sitting right next to him. 41-24. Trojans, sponsored by Sony. Outside, here's Smith. They're going to a zone defense here are the Trojans and making the Grizzlies try to figure it out. And it's going to be a foul away from the ball against, 3-second violation against the Grizzlies. They went to that zone, kind of threw them off, I think, a little bit. And Trojans are going to keep the pressure on the other end, though. Here's Muya bringing up the floor near side. Whirl. Collins. Backside. Troike had it. Pulled it back. Collins will set a fire 3. He wants it on the action. No good. Knocked around. And a foul going to be called on Caleb. A cheap one there. It'll be his first. Team foul number 5. Team fouls right now 5-0 in favor of Trojans, I guess. In favor of the Grizzlies, technically. Trojans have 5. Grizzlies have 0. Outside on the right wing. Boop. Right side. Drive. No good. Rebound over the back. You're going to be called against Moore. I believe. Nope, they called on Jones. Jones will pick up his third personal.
Number 14, Seth Jones, his third.
Team foul number 1. 2 minutes to go here, third quarter. Ryder to Muya on the corner. Top of the key. Troika trying to feed Evan the ball. Evan double team, skip pass, whirl. Ryder thought about it. Now he'll go back for Collins. Collins wrap around. Troika to wrap around down inside for Muya. He'll push through there. Up and good. Goodness gracious. His buckets have come with a ton of contact. He's got 11. 43-24. Trojans in front. 19 points now, their largest lead of the ball game. Off to the right side. Trying to go down inside, and a foul going to be called on the floor. And it will bring in a couple of replacements. Into the ball game comes Luke Falkenstein. Falkenstein came in and picked up 2 quick fouls. 5'7" junior into the ball game. Henderson will come out for Girard. Back in comes Carter Doherty. Lead to try to get it inbound. Stolen away by Dylan Collins. Collins going to push it up in front for Cole, trying to go no look to Muya. Threw it away. Other end of the floor, here they go. They'll go. Extra pass. Travel. Other end of the floor. Good transition defense. Trojans not to give up on that one. That was awesome. Shouldn't have been a turnover, but still awesome. Under a minute to play now here in this third quarter. Trojans have expanded their lead from 14 up to 19 right now. Gordy over. Collins into the elbow. Elevate. Troika. Good. Evan feeling it a little bit tonight. 45-24, 21-point lead for the Trojans. This is bonkers from where it was in the first quarter of things. They have turned it on and not looked back. Down, outside Falkenstein, outside Smith. Rattled it in. Well, they needed that one pretty bad. He's the only one with one of only 2 guys with field goals in this third quarter. Trojans, 7 seconds. Troika going to try to make his own shot. He'll go kick outside. Ryder will get a look at it. No good. He'll throw one up at the buzzer, and that's the end of the third quarter. Well, it's fun to watch. 45-27, Trojans on top after 3. We're back for the fourth quarter. We return. Final quarter of basketball here in 2018 when we return on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family-owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Trojans with the basketball to get things started here in this fourth quarter. 45-27. Backside Muya. What a good look by Evan Troika. What a great dish. 47-27. Up by 20. Trojans have led by as many as 21 in this ball game. They trailed by as many as 6. On the corner. Jamison thought about it again, pulled the trigger, rattled it in. Ethan Jamison. 47-30. Up the floor. Collins give way to Troika. Wrap around down inside. Doherty. No, Carter's got to go. It was there, and he threw it away. Coach said, go for it, man. It was one-on-one. That's what Evan told him, too, when he went over there. Falkenstein off to Lee. And they threw it away. Troyke to bring it across the timeline. Mouillat left wing to Troyke. Evan feeling like he can make his own shot. He does. Elevates. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll go up. Elevate in the sky. Mouillat will clean it up for him. Good help. Team defense. Team offense there. 49-30. 6.5 to play. Just over 6.5. Under 6.5 to play in this ball game. On the corner. Smith for three. Left it short. Rebound. Troyke. Here they come. 3-on-2. Troyke. He'll just elevate in the lane. Swish.
Wow. Feeling it now, isn't he?
Yep. Yep. Having a pretty good ball game. 19 points and a turnover by the Grizzlies. Trojans will get it back here, back to their matching their largest lead of this ball game at 21, 51-30. Trying to break this pressure. They'll get it across. It'll be Troyke top of the key. There's a shot up by Collins, no good. Gathered up, though, by Mouillat. Caleb in the paint. He's going to go to the rim no matter what. Knocked around. He's getting called. Somebody's getting called over the back. Either it's going to be on Carter Doherty. His second.
It's going to be 1-on-1.
And so that will be the team foul number 7. 7-1 as your team foul. Differential.
How's that work?
Well, math.
Nice answer.
So at the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1 is Moore. He'll knock down the first one. Wallman going to come back in. Henderson going to come back in. Missed the second one. Here they come. Other end of the floor, Mouillat, no good. Loose ball. Henderson in there with it. Going to call jump ball, and that will be in favor of the Grizzlies, I believe. Oh, in favor of the Trojans, rather.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 22, Adrian Lyons.
It's a career high for Evan Troyke tonight. 19 points as we stand right now. 51-31. Outside right corner for the Grizzlies. Lee covered up by Ryder World, poked out of there. Here comes Ryder going the other way. Ryder catch with the right hand, good. 53-31, largest lead of the ball game now is 22. Grizzlies just haven't been able to slow it down. Trojans just keep on pressuring. Here's a three. Shot no good by Hestan. On the right corner. Into the paint. Nice dish. Up and good. On the bucket by Jones. Jones' first field goal of the second half. Time might be taken by Coach Westcott. Make sure he's got things sorted for the final stretch of this one. 4:21 to play in this ballgame. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
(53-33) Trojans with the basketball and the lead here. 4:21 to play in the game against Labette County here on the road, trying to close out this season at 3-0. And Ryder Worrell drops in his third three of the ball game. He's got 15. The Trojans just keep pouring it on them. 23 now, the largest lead of the ball game. And ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. It will stay with the Grizzlies. Grizzlies being patient in half court. Heston back around Lee, back to Heston. Lee's looking to shoot no matter what. It's his goal. It's going to come. There it is from way outside. Left it short. Saved by Muya. Coach saying no because let that thing go. Shot up no good. Caleb will clear it this time for good. And here come the Trojans. Muya elevating. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound while he's... Did he come down to the ground or did he stay there the whole time?
I don't know. He came right back up with it. Great job.
He's had a good second half. The outside shooting has loosened things up. And
going to be a foul on Lolleman.
Lolleman's picking him up like they're not keeping track. That's his fourth. 3:15 to play. Ooh. Team foul number 8. And the first one's up and good by Heston. Muya with 17 points, including 12 in the second half. Career high for Ryder Worrell, career highs for Evan Choike offensively tonight. Second one's up and good by Heston. Here's a three by Ryder Worrell. When you're hot, you're hot. He wanted it one more time.
Coach Westcott's not happy about it, though.
He was saying no, no, no as it was in the air. Other end of the floor. Goodness gracious. Choike comes flying over here. Evan, in his gentlemanly ways, was waiting to make sure the scoreboard clock operator lady was okay. Coach, maybe not his most gentlemanly way, said, go get back into the ball game. I'm glad he did that over there and not over here.
Well, it wouldn't have went that far.
Big talker. Here's Jones shooting 2 off the backboard and off. Down, no good by Jones. (61-35). I'm telling you what, the way this game started, I would have lost money if I was betting on how it was going to end. Muya going the other way. Trojans feeling froggy. And Trojans, coach wants him to pull it out and hold. 2:40 to play. Troike. Scoop off for Muya. Only Caleb Muya could have a quiet 17 points. Whirl. Backside. Lallemand. Up. And in and out. That was the play they were trying to look for. It was all but in, but came back out on the attempt by Lolly. Left side Heston. To the corner for Jones. Missed it. Rebound. And a foul going to be called on Zane Henderson. It'll be his second. His fourth. I missed a couple on Zane apparently. And so at the free throw line for the Grizzlies is Haggard. First one's up. No good.
Good looking kid.
Yeah, take him. Haggard, 6'2", junior. He knows where the weight room's at.
He knows where the weight room's at.
There's the second one from Haggard. Missed them both. Rebound cleared out there by Troike. I wouldn't be surprised if Evan has at least a double-double here. I don't know how many assists he has. He might be pushing triple-double. Troike on the right side. Scoop off for Lallemand. Trojans just trying to burn some clock here with 1:50 to play. Muya to attack. Now Troike on the right side. Gabe Muya, Logan Thomas getting ready to come to the ball game. Dump off inside Doherty, kick back out around. That's the play. That's the play. They want to see if they get the play. Here's Muya to the baseline. Once you give it to him, he wants to take it. 8 fourth quarter points, 14 second half points, 19 for the ball game. Baseline Heston nearly lost it, tracked it down. Somehow he still has it. Tried to dribble with his foot, I think, at one point. Coach just wants to rotate in some players. Logan Thomas will come in. Evan Troike going to sit down. Caleb Muya going to sit down. Good effort by those boys. Dylan Collins going to take a seat as well. Rigby Bourne going to check into the ball game as well. So it'll be Collins, Doherty, Bourne. Nope, Doherty's going to sit down as well. Collins, Thomas, Gabe Muya, Rigby Bourne. I think Lallman's going to get to stay into the ball game for the Trojans. 1:18 to play. 63-35. This game, the Trojans trailed by 6 at the end of the first quarter on a 7-0 run by the Grizzlies. They just kept chopping wood. Got the lead back with 6:32 to play in the second quarter, 13-11. Have not relinquished it and just continue to grow it and grow it and grow it. It's where it sits right here. It's been as many as 25 right now. It's more than that. 28-point lead for the Trojans. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Grizzlies. And D. Weidman's going to come in and replace Collins. Heston on the right side. Replacements in all over the place for this one. Heston, they get the shot they want for him. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there, nice one. And a foul going to be called. Foul going to be called on the Trojans. It's going to send Trent Brock to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul's called on Gabe Muya, his first. And Brock will roll one in. Lallemand going to check out of the ball game. In comes Cole Davis for the Trojans. I believe Cole's first varsity time here this season so far, 4 games in. Muya to the left corner for Thomas. Bourne, D. Weidman showing down low. They can't get it to him. 37 seconds, moving around through. Which we'll see these guys move the ball, and a foul going to be called on the Grizzlies on Heston. How'd you like to have been a team, especially in the CNC, where you're like, Caleb Muya, goodness gracious, thank goodness he's a senior.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Out-trots Gabe. Looks exactly like him whenever he was a sophomore. Like they're still not done growing yet. Well, still got a little bit more time with it. Thomas on the right side, Bourne. Hooked out of bounds. Stay with the Trojans, 21 seconds to play. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show coming your way in just a moment. We'll recap this one, recap the night, talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Rod Westcott. All that more, 21.1 seconds away. Muya to be standing out of bounds when he caught it. Toe was out of bounds anyways. Apparently. Heston will move it up the floor in a hurry. Baseline. Kick. Shot up by Peak. Good. Cooper Peak. 63-39. Thomas going to hold, and that's it. 63-39. Trojans bounce back from not a great first quarter and have 3 really good quarters as they get the win. A split here on the road against the Labette County Grizzlies for this ball game. And the Trojans will move to 4-0 on the season. They get to go to Christmas with an undefeated record. And they will defend that #1 ranking in Class 3A onto the new year, most likely. 63-39 final score in this one. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight, 42-39 to the Grizzlies. They fall to 3-1 on the year. We'll talk more about this one when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Leah Smith Insurance Agency bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. We'll return and talk more about this when we return on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Line.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Gym's starting to empty out. Good look there at Ryder World Support Group as watched their boy get a career high 18 points tonight in this one. Trojans moved to 4-0 on the year. Let's take a look at this one here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. And the Trojans, again, trailed early on in this ball game on a 7-0 where they led early, 3-0. Then it got tied 3-3. They lost the lead. And then it was 11-5 at the end of the first quarter, but the Trojans come back in the second quarter, start to plug away. They get the lead back 13-11 with 6:32 to play in the first half, and they never relinquished that lead. They just kept growing it. That was in the midst of a 8-0 run. Outscored them 14-4 in the second quarter, led by 14 at half, 29-15. and just kept it going in the second half. Just kept pulling away. Led by as many, I think it's 28 at one point. Final score in this one, 63-39. Final numbers in this ball game. The Trojans, or the Grizzlies rather, nobody in double figures, continue to struggle scoring. 8 points from Clayton Moore, 7 points from Nathan Smith, 7 from Ethan Jamison, 5 from Eli Heston, 4 from Seth Jones, and 3 from Cooper Peak, 1 from Trent Brock for the Grizzlies. For the Trojans, leading them in scoring, 19 points apiece from Evan Troike, a career high for Evan, and a 19-point performance from Caleb Muya. And, again, Caleb's averaging 24.3 points per ball game, so Grizzlies probably feel good. They kept him below his average, but end up getting 19 points still for Caleb, 14 of those in the second half. 18 points from Ryder Worrell, including 4 threes in the ball game. Trojans end up shooting 7 and making 8 threes in this contest, and they'll be tough to beat if they can make 8 threes in a game. So 18 and a career high for Ryder Worrell. And then not much else, and that will be a concern. Only starters scored in this ball game. No points off the bench. 5 points from Dylan Collins and 2 points from Carter Doherty. And that's it for the scoring for this one as the Trojans move to 4-0, 63-39 win. And Dale, bring you in one final time. The Trojans get the victory here. And, you know, we saw that number 1 ranking. You come on the road. It's obviously a team that struggled in Labette County, but you're still on the road against an SEK opponent and kind of off the floor with them.
You know, they tried to come out and they tried to shut down Caleb Muya, and everyone else kind of slowed us down, and we couldn't do what we wanted to do. That second quarter come around, and look out. The boys put the track shoes on and showed them why we might have that number 1 ranking for a reason.
Trojans win at 63-39. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight, 42-39. We'll step away, take one final break, come back, talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new Ceric Dental System, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Back here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show, BJ Harris along with you. Joining me now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. Coach, boy, you got to feel good to get to 4-0 here before the Christmas break. A pretty good schedule at times here. Obviously playing Parsons week 1, playing Labette County here tonight, and then those 2 games in the middle, not too bad. But in this one, kind of did it differently, which is, I think, probably good for you. I don't know. You tell me. Only 5 guys scoring, all your starters, no points off the bench, but the guys that did score get Ryder Worrell shooting the ball a little bit, give Evan Troike shooting the ball. It's going to be tough to defend.
Yeah, I thought our guard stepped up big tonight. Zane, he come off the bench tonight, didn't score, but there in that second quarter, I don't know how many tips and steals that he created. So he had a really good game coming off the bench for us on the defensive end of the floor and doing some things there for us that really got us going. Those tips and those steals got us moving a little bit, and we were able to get some run-outs. And obviously we're much better right now when we can go up and down. That's something we've got to work on because we know that we're going to have to play a half-court game at times, and so we've obviously got some things to work on there.
Probably pretty important because defenses, are going to try to pack it in deep inside there and limit second chances with Caleb Muya. I'm sure there's a guy always' job is to just get a body on him and block him out. So when you can hit 8 threes in a ball game and have those guys shooting and shredding out that defense, got to be important.
Yeah, we've got guys that can shoot the ball. I mean, I see it in practice and I get mad. We're trying to run a set and we're open and we knock a 3 down, and that's great and all. But when you're trying to work on other things, it's always that's a good thing, I guess. We're knocking them down, but we've got some kids that can shoot the ball, and we talked there tonight after the game. Hey, we've got to keep getting better. We've got a long ways to go. There's a lot of season in front of us. This is just game 4. We got 16 regular season games left, and if we'll continue to get better each and every night, then I like our chances come sub-state.
So you go to work and you things between now and then that January 4th game when you get back to going, what are some of those things you kind of got pointed that you want to make sure everybody gets better at and you work on a little bit?
Well, definitely I just mentioned the half court. We've got to get better in the half court on offense. Defensively, as far as clearing the boards, I think we're doing a pretty good job right now going and getting the ball, but I don't feel like we're boxing out all the time. There's a lot of times we're just beating guys to the basketball, and when you get up against somebody that's as athletic or more athletic than you, that's not going to cut it. So we've got to continue to get better there. Lots of little things we've got to work on. We're going to work on the fundamentals, and we're going to take tomorrow off. We're going to give them guys a good day off tomorrow.
Aren't you generous?
Watch a little film. Yeah, I know. Anyways,
that's the only thing you got them for Christmas, isn't it?
That's about it. But we'll come back in Wednesday and Thursday and go back to work, and then we've got state mandates there. We take some days off. So
take those days off, Coach.
Kids will get a nice little break, and we'll come back and get after it after Christmas.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time as always. Congratulations on a 4-0 start, and good luck next year.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. That's going to do it tonight for our coverage of Girard sports. Do it for our coverage here in 2018. We will wrap things up here and get you going in January 4th when we come back to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Thanks to my partner, Dale Shyman. Thanks to both coaches for coming over here. And thanks to you for listening and watching here on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
19-18, Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here with 2:12 to play first quarter. Crane, 3, good! There it is! That puts her over 1,000 points. What a moment.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance Jenny Collins Agency, Bender on 7, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Call Service, Chicken Annie's Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, G&W Foods, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Kim Kravitz Photo, Larid Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug Store, McClelland Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, The Producers Co-op Agronomy Center, Farmers Insurance Leah Smith Agency, GN Bank, The Market 120, and The Producers Co-op Farm Store.
Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.